mi lókè.
Àlàyé ìyàn bó ti yẹ o.
Hallelujah. Ìbàrẹ̀ o, ìbàrẹ̀ o, ìbàrẹ̀ o, ọba ńlá. Ọba mi tuntun, àtúntò fara ti bí òkè. Ọba mi ti ń jẹ́ fàdé rẹ̀ ra, alágbára tó máa bú ayé já. Ìpìlẹ̀ ńlá tí kò lè yẹ. Ọba tó fọlá búrabúra bí aṣọ. Ọba mi ẹni ńlá tí ń gbàdọ̀ balẹ̀ àwọn ọba. Àtọ́nitán, àtọ́bàtán. Ògbẹ́ni níjà, kẹrù kó bọ̀ níjà. Àdúró kọ̀ọ̀kan lẹ́yìn aṣọ títàn. Ọba mi afàṣẹ sọ̀rọ̀ jáde. Olórúkọ ńlá. Àwọn márìndì ọba mi tí kò yípo padà. Ọba ńlá. Ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjànàkú àtẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀. Olórogún bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò lọ́ọ̀bà kan. Òun nínú funfun, aláyà funfun, ọlọ́wọ́ funfun, aláṣọ funfun, onítẹ̀ funfun. Ọba mi tí kò yípo padà.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back on my show. Another episode at this moment. I'm a little tired, but we still have to do this quickly so that we can actually bless some people that are actually waiting to be blessed on the line at this time. After I finished my show yesterday, so many phone calls came in. As per abuse in relationships. So I want to actually go to the second part of it. I want to quickly just go to the second part of it, but I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy this song real quick, and I'll be back with you.
Jehovah Shammah, ẹ̀yin lọ́lọ́run tí ń bẹ. Jehovah Jireh, olùpèsè ṣáàní yín. Ẹ̀yin ló bá ní nílé. Báwo nílé wà tí ó máa jẹ́? Àròdá òjò tó ń bọ̀ níyàn lẹ́rù. Ẹ̀rù jẹjẹ níyìn, àrí ìran àlá níyìn. Ìgbèlèkùn ńlá tí mi gbọ́ kìjikìji. Kìnìún ńlá, ẹ̀yà Júdà. Ọba tó fọwọ́ agbára dọ́wọ́ ibi dúró. Aláràgbàrídá. Ọba tó fọwọ́ agbára gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ ẹni tí a gbàgbára fún. Àkìkì tán, àpèpè tán, àyìnyín tán. Ọba mi agiri ṣoore. Hallelujah, ògo ni fọlọ́run. Máa yíká ọ̀tún, máa yíká òsì yẹn.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much here today, Olagunju Mamani. Thank you very much. God bless you, Maggie. Richard, God bless you. Thank you very much, Taiwo Yelade, for coming back. Yesterday, I was able to share with us about certain signs that you will see when you are actually in an abusive relationship. When you are in an abusive relationship, are you being abused emotionally? Today, somebody sent something to me this evening that is kind of like really good. So I said, okay, I'm going to use this material on my show today quickly so that maybe if you don't know, it's possible for you to know now. By the time you start hearing me talk about all these things one by one. If you want to know you are in an abusive relationship, or maybe I should say if you want to know that you're an abuser, you see, there are some men, they don't know. I counseled a guy recently, and I asked him, I said, are you abusive? Do you abuse your wife? And he said no. Until I started talking to him about certain things, and I started asking questions and all that stuff, then I was able to open his eyes that he's actually a number one abuser in that relationship. But they might not know. A lot of Nigerian people don't know. A lot of African men don't understand. Even women don't know that they are living in an abusive relationship, and as a matter of fact, they themselves, they are abusers. You don't know. So I'm going to actually give it to you guys. It's possible for you to have seen it before, but I'm going to repeat it right now. I'm going to lay it down to you. If you have been living in an abusive relationship, or probably you are the abuser, you will know. Some people will say, hey, I've not slapped my wife. Slapping is not the only thing you have to do. I've not punched her. It's not about punching. That's just only physical abuse. There are some other ways you can be abusive and you may not know. The very first one I want to talk about is if you as a husband, if you as a husband, if you have used this language before or this statement before in your marriage, I will slap you. All right? You guys are talking, you are in the living room, you are talking, your wife is saying some certain things, and you know, she's saying, Ibolo, no, see, where is the $10,000 I gave you 2 weeks ago? Where is the 5,000 I gave you 2 weeks ago? How come you didn't give me a report about where where you said you were going 2 weeks ago? Or what happened at the doctor? What did your mommy say? What is going on with our account? What is going on with your job? I didn't see your what do you call it? Your paycheck in the account this month. Okay, I've not seen your paycheck in the account this month though. I've not seen your W2. I've not seen your pay slip. And then the next thing you say is that I will slap you. I will slap you is not a statement to be used in a relationship. All right? I will slap you. The woman is not your daughter. The man is not your son. Even these days, you can't be saying that kind of stupid stuff to your children. I will slap you. Don't slap children. You talk to them. So when you are in a relationship where they're using this kind of words or language or statement on you, you are in an abusive relationship, and whosoever is saying these things that you have been saying, I will slap you in your relationship, you're an abuser. It's possible for you not to know, but I'm telling you tonight. Number 2, I will divorce you. Any man tó bá ń sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé I will divorce you, you are an abuser. Hello, my sister. If you have been living inside under the same roof with a man that this is the only song he knows how to play, how to sing, this is his own special line, this is the only line he's got is I will divorce you, I will walk out of this home, I will divorce you, my kokole, my desire, mama loni, you are an abuser. Any man who is always singing this song of I will divorce you, in any home where this statement is being used daily, you are living in an abusive relationship. Any man, any woman who is using divorce to threaten the other partner is an abuser. You don't know. All right, number 3, if you are in a relationship and in a home where they call you are hopeless, and your husband can say to you, you this hopeless human being. Or your wife is saying to you, you this hopeless husband. You are in abusive relationship. Those are not the kind of words, language you're supposed to use, a statement you need to use in a relationship. You are inside abusive relationship. You are inside of an abusive relationship. If somebody is saying to you that you are useless, you this useless wife, useless husband, you are in an abusive relationship. If anybody is saying I blame myself for marrying you, do you know men do wake up one day, they just wake up from nowhere after they have been seeing all manners of sisters all around the place, they see girls at work, they see all manners of things all around about, then they come back to the house, they mean it all, then they come and say, I blame myself for marrying you. I blame myself for marrying you. Either you are a man or you are a woman, and you use this kind of statement on your husband or your wife, and you say, I blame myself for marrying you. You are an abuser and you are in an abusive relationship. All right? You are in an abusive relationship. These are not words you need to use in relationship at all. If you do love your wife, these are not the stuff that you're going to say to your wife or to your husband. All right? And then some of the men will say, you can go to hell if you want. You can go to hell if you want. They say it to their husbands, say it to their wives. You can go to hell. Go to hell. I don't care. Do you think I care? Go to hell. You know, if you are in any relationship whereby anytime you say something, anytime you ask a question, anytime you are demanding for answer, and they are now saying you can go to hell, I want to let you know, I want to announce to you that you are living in bondage and you are living in an abusive relationship, and that person is an abuser and you are a victim. And you are a victim. All right? You are a victim. If anybody is telling you that He said you can go to hell if you want. And then another one is that you call yourself a man. You know, that kind of a statement of a wife coming to the husband and he say, let me not lie to you. I'm going to dwell on this for a while. This stuff, this statement, you call yourself a man. Oh no, Obangbo. This statement can make any man to disconnect from any woman. It doesn't matter if the woman is good or not good, if the man is good or not good. If you can actually make this statement, if you can bring it out of your mouth and say, you call yourself a man, that statement can send somebody to hell. That word, either a woman or a man, that word alone can send somebody to hell. It can make that person to go inside of their shell and never come out again. It can ruin the whole life, everything that person has been laboring for in life. That person, it can ruin the life of that person. That person may not be able to connect to anything again in their life. That is crazy. You call yourself a man? That is a very mean statement that will reduce a man to nothing. That's a mean statement that will reduce a man to nothing. The man may not be able to function as a man. His banana may not work again. You don't want the banana of a man to work again? Just go and tell him that you call yourself a man. That will be the end of his life. It will be the end of his life at that point in time. I'm not kidding. If you want to do something to make your husband go gaga, go crazy, go and talk to him and say, don't let me lie to you. You will see the end of the man's life. It's like you're deflecting a balloon. Like you're pinning the balloon and the balloon will just go down. That's the power of the word. When you don't understand what words can do, all of this stuff I want to actually give to you today, they can ruin a person's life. Either you're a woman or you're a man. And you may not know. The life will be totally ruined and it cannot be repaired again. Can't be repaired again. Alright? Some people, they can say, oh, I hate you. You see that word I hate you, you say it to a wife and say, and your wife is talking and everything and you say, I hate you with great passion. Alright? And you're saying it angrily, like, yeah, I mean it, I hate you. Alright? You see, when you say such a thing like that to somebody, you are an abuser. And that woman or that man is living inside an abusive relationship if you don't know. If you don't know. If you need a prophet to tell you, I'm telling you now. If you need a prophet to tell you this, I'm telling you now. If you are inside of a relationship whereby the man is telling you daily, weekly, that I hate you, and that's the time you're supposed to wake up and say, I'm not in a relationship here. You're in an abusive relationship and that person is an abuser. Because you don't know the power of the word. The word molds our life. That word that you're seeing molds our life. People listen to words and they may never become normal again in life. Some people, you tell them they are ugly. When you tell a woman that she's ugly, all right, they will go and look at the mirror and they will see ugly person. They will see ugliness. They go by what people say. It is what they say, especially what their husband is saying. They believe it. If your husband is an abusive husband, he will continue to repeat bad things to you. He'll be saying all manners of bad things to you like every time, and that thing will stick to you. When you look at the mirror, you see an ugly person. You see an ugly person. That's the power of the word. The word can ruin you, can destroy you. So when you are living in a place whereby the person is verbally abusive, when the person is verbally abusive, I'm telling you, the person wants to cut off your throat. That person wants to ruin you and destroy you with no time, and there will be no trace. Nobody will be able to trace it that he killed you. Nobody will be able to trace it like she killed you. She will use word to reduce you to nothing. He will use word to cripple you. That people will be asking you, but the man is quiet. Yes, he's quiet. He's not talking. The man is not mean. He doesn't fight. He doesn't beat you, he's not slapping you, not doing anything. But the words he's using on you, these words can ruin you. These words, they are like blade. The word that the man is using is like blade. It's like cutlass. When they cut into your soul, they cut you into two. I'm telling you, they cut you into two. They dismantle your heart. You bleed inside. Do you know when somebody is bleeding inside, it's just because of words that she has been hearing? I hate you, I will slap you, you are stupid, you are useless, this is how you are. And men that be hearing, is this how a man supposed to be? And you call yourself a man, and the man has been hearing it from you like every day, every minute, every second. I'm telling you, that stuff will stick to him or her. Will stick to him or her. Now, when you now say all that kind of stuff, I say you can go to hell and you call yourself a man. I hate you. Can't you see Mr. Hey? You see, when people start comparing you with another person, it's abuse. Oh, it's a big time abuse. Oh, if you don't know, let me tell you real quick right now, so that before we actually waste time. If you see anybody, you are in a relationship, you are a man or you are a woman, and the person that you actually claim to love, and then you say, I love this person, I want to be with this person, and this and this and this and this and that. All right? Now, the person that you actually say you love is now using these kinds of dangerous words or statements on you. Let me tell you something. You are in an abusive relationship. I just want to wake you up real quick. If that person is now comparing you with the sister, comparing you with the sister in church, comparing you with pastor's wife, or comparing you with pastor himself, comparing you with his brother, our brother, comparing you with the daddy, and all manners of things, that is abuse of the highest order. Every one of us, we are unique in our making. We are totally different. I cannot behave like your sister. I can't behave like your daddy. I cannot behave like Pastor Shola. I can't behave like any pastor whatsoever. I am different. This is me. You saw me before you married me. This is me. This is me right here. Okay? Just tell me you are not satisfied. Don't compare me with nobody. You see, the beginning of abuse is when somebody starts comparing you with another person. Now, what are they doing? They are messing with your brain. They are now messing with your brain. And then your brain will now be interpreting some things to you. And at the end of the day, you begin to believe it. You begin to believe the word that they are speaking to you. The word is life. The word is life. It will penetrate inside of your heart. It will become flesh in your heart. That even you yourself, you won't be able to take it out. It will grow roots inside of you. Things that you are listening to every day. And they are comparing you with somebody, and then you go to church and you look at the person they are comparing you with, you can't even see anything good in the person. You see, there was one time I counseled a couple, and the wife said, Pastor, he is always comparing me with the pastor's wife. Oh, I don't know what I've done. I said, where is the pastor's wife? Then they show me the picture of the pastor. I said, is this man having problem? Are you having problem? Look at this, your wife. Look at pastor's wife. Look at pastor's wife. I said, oh, Yahweh, this your wife is very beautiful. What do you want? You want her to be like this? Oh, I know the kind of people like you. You don't want your wife to fly. You don't want people to like your wife. You want your wife to be miserable and look like a sad person. All right, that's what you want. I eat his head with Rema on that day. He got transformed. The man got transformed. By the time I finished, there are some men, they just want to put their wife under. So they abuse them. They abuse their wife. They start comparing them with some other people just to mess up with their head. Then they believe that they are not good at all. They believe I'm not good at all. I'm actually a failure. You see, that's what they want you to think about. They want you to see yourself as a failure. So they compare you with another person that is not even as good as you. You are even better than the other people. All right, but they compare you with them just because they want to just bring you down and then mess with your head. All right, so the word that you speak is very, very important in that relationship. Sometimes they call you are ugly, you're a witch. These are statements. Yeah, they want to downgrade the woman. Thank you. These are the kind of words people use. You're a witch. You are ugly. All right, these are not the stuff that should be used in marriage. Marriage is not something that is ugly. Marriage is not a battlefield. Marriage is supposed to be a place of love. So when you start using all this language and all kinds of stuff, this statement of you are ugly, you are a witch, and all kinds of stuff, you are trying to break the spirit of your spouse. You're breaking the spirit of your spouse, especially women with very high self-esteem. A lot of women with very high self-esteem, a lot of women that believe in themselves. So many women, they believe in themselves that, listen, when they are standing with a man, they compete. It's not intentional. It's not like they want to compete. It's just normal. That when they open their mouth and talk, people will respect them. When they are in a place, people gravitate towards them. People always want them to talk, speak, say something. All right? People always want to hear them because wisdom always comes from them. All right? So there are so many men, they are jealous of such a kind of a woman, and that the next thing they want to do is just to kill that esteem and make her to become miserable. So they ridicule her, they call her different names, so to mess her life up. That a woman that you saw like about 2-3 days ago that was kind of like really bubbling and very happy and stuff, you will see her again. You will see that she's now moody and quiet and sitting down in one place. It is because she has been broken. She has been broken. The husband has succeeded in breaking her into pieces, and then she will sit down there. And when you break the spirit of somebody, it's always very difficult to build it back. When you break the spirit of somebody, that person may actually be under forever, may not be able to come out again. So many people, they believe they are ugly because of the words they are hearing. Some people believe they are witches and wizards because of the word that they've been hearing and stuff like that. If the husband will say you are ugly, he will say, oh, you are not fine, oh, you are not handsome, oh, you are a witch, and all kinds of stuff. They say all manners of things like this to ruin and break the spirit of such a woman, or of those kind of women. All right. Now, another word is this: when you say this marriage will not last. When a man is coming from the angle and saying to the wife, say, I know this marriage is not going to last. This marriage can't last. This marriage can't last. Those kind of men, you are an abuser. You are abusive towards your wife. All right? These are statements you are not supposed to use. When you use this kind of statement, how do you want the woman to be at peace? All right? All what you're doing is that you are trying to keep her on her toes. You want her to walk on eggshells in her own home. You don't want her to have a voice. So you are going to threaten her. I will leave. I will move out. You're an abuser. All right? Now, another one is that when you say, I don't think we are meant for each other. I don't think we are meant for each other. All right, when you just wake up in the middle of the night and stuff, and you guys are talking and you're talking, and the woman is demanding for answer, and then you got up from the bed and you say, I don't think we are meant for each other. I don't think so. All those kind of words are actually not good for marriage. Those statements, sorry. When you are actually bringing such a kind of statement out from your mouth, listen to me, you are an abuser. And at the same time, I want to just let you know that you are a victim already when your husband or your wife is using such on you. So you need to wake up and get up and understand that you are in an abusive relationship. Another thing is that when you call your wife a prostitute, I see this happen a lot of times. That a woman that is so loyal, a woman that is very faithful to the husband, all because they want to break her, they start looking for all manners of crime to put on her neck. They start looking for all manners of sins to put on her neck. All because she called a guy from work and was talking to the guy and they were laughing and stuff. The husband suddenly just got mad and said, all of those kind of things. You don't even know what they're talking about. You don't even trust that woman, that the woman is actually very straight with you. How will you use such a kind of how will you use such a kind of a statement on that person? That's not a good stuff. Calling her a prostitute. Have you seen her having sex with another person? Do you have proof that she's a prostitute? Understand? Do you have that proof? You don't have any proof. You have not even, you only saw her, she was talking on the phone. And just look at this. Let me tell you something. Now, the woman didn't run away. The woman saw you sitting down there and the office guy called and she picked it up. And she was talking on the phone and they were laughing because you are not funny. Just like I see on my network today, I see a whole lot of people that are actually, I don't understand, they're not supposed to be on my network. I love to see funny things in every little thing. I see fun in every little thing. That's why I don't have problems. I don't hate people. I talk with everybody. I'm a very jovial kind of person. I open, my heart is clean. If I fight with you, I will tell you I'm fighting with you. And then after 2-3 minutes, I'm done, and then we're gone. All right? That's the stuff. When I'm fighting with somebody, it goes out of my heart real quick because I have a baby heart. I have a baby heart, and the kind of heart I have is a baby heart. All right? So I see fun in every little thing. I make people laugh all the time. I always want to be around people that are happy. I don't want to be around people that are moody. I don't want to be around people that are actually not there. I want people that are lively. I want my environment to pop. I don't want anybody sad around me. Those are the kind of people I want to surround myself with. All right, but I found out that on Facebook, there are so many sadists on Facebook. There are sadists on Facebook. No wonder all these pastors are running to Instagram. No wonder they are running to Instagram. No wonder they are running to Snapchat and all that. When you go to Instagram, you see, oh, everybody lively. Everybody popping. It's only on Facebook that you see moody and you see sad people. You see sadists. Sadists are on Facebook. They are all over Facebook. Sadists. They are there. When you go on Instagram, you see everybody popping. You go on Snapchat, everybody popping. Everybody popping. I love to have fun. I have a baby heart. Nothing dwells in my heart for long. I deal with issues and I move on. And I just move on. But when you come on Facebook, you want to catch fun with them, they don't have to. Is he supposed to be a pastor that is doing jokes? Is he supposed to be a legend that is doing and they don't have happiness and joy at all in their lives? They're so sad and bored out of their minds. Alright? Instead of they now connecting to something funny and laugh it up and just be able to breathe again and laugh and have elongated life. No. They will still carry that sadness and they talk like Pepe. The only thing they do is talk like Pepe. You don't have anything to say, is just talk like Pepe. That's all. And then they start quoting Bible. The Bible say, like they know Bible. They don't know nothing. Oh, man, Jackie Robinson. They don't know Jackie Robinson about the Bible. Nothing. Or nothing they know. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. They're just sadists. So you, as a man, you refuse to crack joke with your wife. You are not funny. You don't know how to loosen up. And somebody at work is making her happy, making her laugh, and then she's laughing right in front of you, not behind you. It's not like she has gone to the toilet to go and hide in the toilet to come and be laughing. She was laughing right there by the dining table where she was sitting. And then the next thing you turn around and say, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? You were shewoshi, a shewo, prostitute or burugu, prostitute, you book with this or who are you there on the telephone? Ọkùnrin ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ orí bó ṣe rí jákujàku mo ṣe ní sẹ́gbẹ́ mo fẹ́ you this video ṣe àwọn ẹgbẹ́ bó ṣe nìyẹn is that the way your mate are doing and stuff like and then we come up like that inferiority complex worry daddy yẹn inferiority complex ń worry ẹ low self-esteem bá ẹ jà understand the wife is actually smiling you are supposed to be the one to be cracking a joke to be making her happy making her smile. Making her smile. Alright? You're making her smile. If that's your job as a man, in your home, be able to crack a joke. Be able to crack a joke and let your wife, be smiling. No, you can't do that. 24/7, you are always moody and very too serious over serious people. I don't understand. You can't even make an atmosphere of joy happen. 24/7 is actually be seriousness. You want to talk to your wife, you're talking to her like a military person. You want to instruct your children, you're telling them to line up. You are talking to them like a military person. Can't you just loosen up? Can't you just loosen up? You are actually the best person that's supposed to be cracking jokes to your wife and let your wife be laughing. Now somebody else is doing it right now, and now you are cranky, you are and then you are now start calling your wife prostitute. And then you use the word bitch. You will think it's only unbelievers. Or people that are on the street that always call their wife bitch. No, They have copied it from the Americans, the riffraffs, a lot of Nigerian Christians. They have copied it. They call their wife bitch. You this bitch. Understand? That's not a language to use in marriage. Anybody calling his wife a bitch, that person is an abuser. You are abusive towards your wife. You are. You are abusive towards your wife. All right? And you talk about if you misbehave, and that's your wife you're talking to, that's your husband you're talking to. If you misbehave, like as if to say you are talking to your slave. These are the statements that we are not supposed to use at all. You are not supposed to use all of this stuff at all. These are not things you should use. Understand? If you misbehave, your wife is the one misbehaving. That's what you say to your wife? Is that how to talk to your wife? That's how you talk to your wife? If you misbehave, like you're talking to your slave. Alright? Like you're talking to your slave. And so many times, a lot of people, either woman or man, they will say, I don't love you anymore. Go and do whatever you want to do. I love you less. I don't care less. I don't love you anymore. When they come up with such kind of words, statements like this, they kill the spirit of whosoever they're with. They kill the spirit of whosoever they're with. Alright? They kill that spirit of that person. You don't say those kind of things. I don't love you anymore. Women are created for love. Women are created for love. So when you say I care less about you, I don't care what you do. You can go and kiss transformer. I don't love you at all. I don't love you anymore. Women connect to love. So the moment you say I don't love you anymore, you are breaking them to pieces. You are breaking your wife to pieces. I'm not saying that we cannot quarrel. I'm not saying we cannot quarrel. We can quarrel. And it's actually good to quarrel. Because during the time of quarrel, that's when you know people. That's when you know people. But during the time of quarrel, always make sure. You see, if you are genuinely in love with the person that you are with, you will not want to hurt them. You will never want to hurt them. You see, anytime you are hurting somebody, you are being abusive. That's the meaning of abuse. You're hurting them. It's either emotionally or physically or psychologically or sexually or whatever. I'm going to get to the sexual part of it. I'm going to get to the sexual part of it later because I already have it already. I want to give it to you. All right? So when you're hurting somebody, that means that you are abusive towards them. You see, this kind of statements can actually hurt the feeling of somebody. All right? You say, I don't love you anymore. Some of them will say, I've been managing your stupid breast. Your breast have become slippers. Nonsense breast. Breast dosi, jaku. And then when you say all these things, then you are actually now insulting them based on their body parts. That is an abuse. You don't do that. That's an abuse. Who turned the breast to be like that in the first place? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me real quick? The breast was standing before marriage. The breast was pointing before marriage. Then suddenly after 4 children, the breast fell down bosa and died. The breast died. The breast died. Who killed the breast? Who killed and buried the breast? Is it not you? Is he a ghost? Is he God from heaven that killed the breast? The breast was fine before. Somebody killed it. Somebody killed it. And buried it. Now you call it slippers. That is where the problem is. Now, the woman will now feel not comfortable anymore to take off her clothes. She won't be able to take her clothes off because you have actually been very insultive. All right? Every time she will go to the bathroom, she will always check it out and say, why is he like this? Every time she will actually be very conscious about it, and she won't feel good about her own self anymore. She won't feel good in her skin. She won't. She won't feel like that. All right? When you start doing that, and then some of them will come and say, oh, you are too short. Oh, you are too short. What do you mean What do you mean? you see her before you marry her? As a matter of fact, the kukuru ones are now the best now. Everybody wants to marry the kukuru ones. The short ones are the ones that are getting married now. For real, go and check it out. They call them shorty. Say, see, man, shorty, man, shorty. He said, you will see the man all the way fio, and the wife will be all the way sorrow, like that. I mean, who killed the breast? I didn't Kasani. Who killed the breast? He's the man. Alright? So you say all those words, like, you see, when you now start saying you're too short, at the end of the day, you find out that the person will now become, the inferiority complex will take over the life of that person, and the person will feel like, okay, so being short is a disease. Or you are too fat. Also, being fat is a disease now. So they kind of like withdraw. You see, so many women that are on the plus size, they are not able to function. And the social media has ruined us, because everybody believes that somebody, the perfect shape of a woman must actually be the one that is actually skinny. Who said that? Who gave you that kind of standard? Is it God? Is it in the Bible that you find it out in the Bible that, okay, oh, it's only the thin ones that are the standard, that are the most beautiful? Is it in the Bible? It's not in the Bible. Okay? And God created us differently. There are some of us that are created with round body shape. There are some of them that are created like a bottle of Coke, a Coke bottle. There are some that are created short and thick. There are some that are tall. There are some that are huge. Understand? God is a God of variety. We have to appreciate all of them. And that's why God has given us different tastes. The different tastes in women. Some people love them thin. Some people love them thick. Some people love them big. Some people love them tall. Some love them short. Some love them dark. Some love them yellow. And some all kinds of stuff. God is a God of variety. You cannot say this one is the most beautiful. You can't say that. You can't say this is the most acceptable kind of body shape. And that is why a lot of people that are created with big bones, you are created with thick bones, you are going to the gym, forget it. Kó o padà dé kó o tún máa jump off the bridge, máa ṣe gbogbo everything, kó o máa bẹ́ káàkiri, kó o máa mọ́mí kó o ní I drink water, I drink electrolyte, I drink water, I drink electrolyte, I drink zobo, I don't drink critical, you don't eat, I eat health. Oh, letiri, your bones are heavy. Look at your construction. It's your construction. Lọ wo daddy ẹ rí gbingbi. Lọ wo mommy ẹ rí kurubutu bí ọká. Understand? Ìwọ náà wá mú látara daddy àti mommy wá lẹ́pọ̀ wá rí gbangbi. Oh yeah, oh letiri, gbàgbé ẹ. Forget it. You cannot be Aliberi. Oh, Aliberi is different. Oh, le dabi Beyonce. Oh, le kò jọ rárá. Kò jọ. Like yourself. Love yourself the way you are. Love yourself the way you are. And that's how people are going to appreciate you if you love yourself the way you are. Don't listen to what people are saying in social media. You see, there is no one body style that is approved to be the best. Every body style is the best. The big ones, the tall ones, the short ones, the whatever, they are all the best. We are the product of where we are from. Understand? We Africans, we are thick people. Okay? That's how we are. Okay? So if somebody is now insulting you, making you to feel like as if to say you are not good, then you are not good. Then at the end of the day, you are going to put pressure on yourself. You're going to put pressure on yourself. Alright? That's the stuff. So sometimes they say your madness has started again. You see, what kind of a man would tell the wife, your madness has started again? Huh? What kind of a man will come and tell the wife, your madness has started again? So have you taken your medicine today? Now you are behaving like a mad person. Understand? You see, that's the stuff. You are calling your own wife, the one that you say you love. That's the one you are calling mad person. These are stuff that you are not supposed to say. Another one is that another one is this. When the wife is telling the husband or the husband is telling the wife, I will be the one to kill you. I will kill you. I will be the one to kill you. You see, that kind of a relationship, kind of a toxic kind of relationship, that marriage is no marriage at all. All right, and the two of you in that relationship, if you are actually using this kind of statement on yourself, you guys are actually abusers, and you are living in abuse. All right, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. Watch it carefully. All right. Another one is this. Another one is this. When the husband is telling the wife, you don't have home training, that's a big insult. You see, another thing I just don't like is this. You, as a man, married to a girl, you are now insulting the father of the girl. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Ego in African men. Ego in African men is just too much that you will now be consulting your father-in-law. You know what I'm saying? Because now you are married to the daughter, now the man now is now a toy that you can talk to anyhow. And you are very disrespectful. You just talk to them anyhow. And those are the people that get back to the person that you say you love. And you are insulting the parent. Okay, you are sending her back to the parent and telling them, are you trained? If you are really trained well, you will not be insulting an elderly person. If your own mother has trained you correctly, will you be insulting an elderly person? What's that? If you have problem with their daughter, stay with their daughter. You don't have to be going in to insult anybody or whatsoever. You see, in-laws are supposed to be respected. It doesn't matter what they are educated or not, they are right or wrong. They are supposed to be respected. Any man who is disrespecting your father in front of you is an abusive man. I want to announce to you, if you have not noticed that before, your husband is insulting your parent right in front of you. Let me tell you one thing, that man is an abusive man. And you don't want to allow that. I won't allow that if I'm a woman and my husband is insulting my father. Not in front of me, not when I'm alive. Finally, for real, I will never allow it. I will never insult anybody's parents. No. If you have situation with their daughter, deal with their daughter. Deal with your wife. All right? Don't go and be sending insult to the in-laws or whatsoever it may be. All right? If you actually in a relationship and your husband is actually very insultive and insulting your parents right in front of your nose, sending you back home and say, family, you quiet. Let me tell you something. You are living in abusive relationship. All right? Now, another statement is this. Did I force you to marry me? You see, when you start saying all those things are going to ruin your relationship. Those things, they are not pointing towards a home that is happy at all. Those statements are not pointing towards any home that is happy at all. Okay? So you need to watch it. You need to watch it. So right real quick, I want to take you guys through the journey of 3 things that you need to watch out for. 3 things that you need to watch out for when you are in relationship by the grace of God. I'm going to come back. I think I'm going to come back to actually talk about the language in a relationship. I will actually come back and talk about that one. Language in relationship. All right? Things that you must use. If you say you are in love with somebody, things that that's statements you can use. All right? To actually show love. Statement you can use that, that actually show love, that even if that person is angry. Let me go through it real quick. So that even if that person is angry, even if that person is angry, you can use those words or statements. It's going to make that person to. It's going to make that person to actually calm down. It won't be that mad. It will understand that this guy is talking from love. All right. But let me go straight to the signs of abuse sexually. Sexual abuse. The signs that you must watch out for. Watch out for these signs. If you are going through these signs and you've been expressing these signs, it means that you are in abusive relationship. Now, most of the time, so many of our men, they believe that because the Bible says that our body belongs to you, you have the right over our body. Okay? They don't care about what the woman is feeling. They don't want to care about the health issue the woman is going through. They don't want to go understand probably she's tired or she's not tired. And one thing about men is that we are very selfish. When you are tired, okay, when you are tired, you just come back from work, you will be so cranky as hell. And the woman will just trying to look for ways to make you be at peace. They will give you food, they will give you everything. You sit down there on TV, and then you now say, oh, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep. You go to sleep. Doesn't matter how she's feeling. Maybe she's been feeling of actually holding you at night. Maybe she's feeling of having sex with you tonight. Doesn't matter how she feels. You are the King Kong in the home. King Kong. Babala King Kong. You set the pace. You're the only one that can say, oh, I want to have sex. She doesn't have the right to say, I want to have sex. Her feeling don't matter at all. Her own feeling don't matter. If she's talking about you look at her like, don't you know we for 3 hours? 3 hours, the woman works every day for 12 hours, 24 hours working. That's what the woman is doing. Alright? The woman working 24 hours a day, taking care of children and cooking and cleaning and every kind of thing. And at the end of the day, you still want to have sex with her. So many men don't feel the pain of their wives. They don't feel the pain of their wives. Whenever they are ready, they want the woman to be ready. Whenever they want to do it, they want the woman to just, oh yeah, let's comply. And let's get it done. Whenever they want to do it, they want the woman to be smiling and say, and stuff like that. So they are the ones that control. They control what goes on when it comes to sex. The woman doesn't have a feeling. Or they don't care about her feeling or whatsoever it may be. So when you are in a relationship with a man and you are not able to demand for sex, it's not given to you freedom to demand for your right. You are in an abusive relationship. That's number one. That's number one for you. That's number one for you. If you are in a relationship, married legally to a man, okay, and you don't have that right, the right is not given to you at all to demand for your right. Your right is his body. Your right as a wife is to get sexual relationship constantly whenever it's needed. Your right as a woman is to actually be pleased by your husband. Your right in that home is to cuddle with your husband. Your right, that's your right. Your right is for him to make you to feel happy in the relationship. That's your right. For him to do that, he is actually supposed to be that person servicing you. He is your service, he's your servant in that home to service you. You have that right to enjoy the service. If at the end of the day that privilege has been taken away from you, that privilege is taken away from you, that you as a woman, African woman, Niger woman, you have to wait. Let me wait. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ òwò ṣe lónìí o, òde òrànjú owó lọ́sùn. Ọjọ́ kejì tún dé ní Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó tún wò ṣe lónìí o, òrànjú kòkòkò ó lọ́sùn. Ọ̀sẹ̀ kẹrin òrànjú kòkòkò ó lọ́sùn. Ọ̀sẹ̀ karùn-ún òrànjú kòkòkò ó lọ́sùn. Ọ̀sẹ̀ kẹfà ó wá dé ní Rájùmọ̀kẹ́. Ó yá máa bọ̀ ń bí. It's not extraordinarily nice in the morning. Extraordinarily nice in the afternoon. He was sending messages to check on you. Otidele. So ti Sunday. Sáwọn ọmọ ti jẹun. Ibo ló wà. What kind of dress are you wearing? Are you going to wear the red top today? Will you wear the red underwear? Will you wear this one? He is now extraordinarily nice, and now that is his own time now. He's now missing it. He wants to do it. And let's now understand that, okay, you now went to work on that same day. You have been working. You got home, you have to be sweeping, cleaning. The children went crazy on you and stuff like that and everything. And now you're lying down on the couch. It just appeared from nowhere and I said, you know you don't have that right to say that. You don't have it to say. Because one day only everybody. That's when the whole battle is going to start. That's when the whole problem is going to start. Like I said to say, when they need it, you can't say no. When they want to do it, you have no right to say no. When they want to do it, you can't tell them you are tired. But they are the one that set the pace. They are the one that have the right to demand for it. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. You're waiting. There are some men that are so wicked, very wicked people. They're so wicked that I hate them with great passion. That you have actually made your wife to become a slave in her own house. She cannot demand for whatever. She cannot say no. If the moment she says no, there will be battle in the home. There will be a battle in the home. And that's a terrible thing. And that's not a thing that anybody should encourage. You should encourage. Alright? Now, you coming in there and the woman is a godly woman, say, we have to do it either we like it or not. There is nothing, because when you go to pastor will say, my sister, Ekbele, glory to God. Hallelujah. Okoyi sọ fún mi lánàá, sọ fún mi wọ́n reject wọn. Ó rẹ̀ mi sá, àkúgbòrò rẹ̀ yín. Kàkà kó rẹ̀ yín kẹ́ mú rẹ̀ rodò, ẹgbàwé ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, àwẹ̀ yẹn máa cleanse gbogbo orí rẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹgbàdúrà sọ Ọlọ́run Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Pastor, Father, help me. This sex thing, I must be perfect, God. Hallelujah. Give me strength. Pastors won't talk to the place they're supposed to talk to. Do you know pastors have never asked a woman, do you demand for sex at home? They never ask. They have never asked a man, do you allow your wife to demand for sex? No, they don't. They don't ask that question. They will blame the woman. They will put the woman under lock and key. They will tell the woman she's the only one that must continue to comply. You have to give him sex. You can't reject him. You can't refuse him. But how about him? How about him? So many times I have to wait for 6 months. Sometimes I have to wait for 1 year. Sometimes I wait for 7 weeks. Sometimes I wait for 10 weeks. Huh? Am I not a human being? Am I not a person? Don't I need love? Am I not supposed to be loved back? And stuff like that. Am I not supposed to? When you are feeling like this in your relationship, your husband is an abuser, you are living in abusive relationship. Alright? Now, if your husband, number one, if you are being forced to do anything sexual against your will, that's an abuse. What am I saying? There are so many men, they don't know the starting point of sex. They believe they can do anything they like. They believe they just come in from nowhere. No aroko. Aroko is signal. They don't send any signal. They don't communicate during the day. They don't do nothing. They just believe they have a machine on their bed, and that machine is a sex machine. Anytime they are ready, they just push the start button, and the leg must be open, and then they climb on top of it, and they go bang, 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 bang. And then they press the button and say, go to sleep, and the machine go to sleep, and then they turn around, and then they sleep. You know what I'm saying? Alright? That's the way they do it. So a lot of men will come to the house, and then the wife is tired and all kinds of stuff. They don't care about how tired she may be. They don't want to know maybe she's been working all day. In as much as they want to do it, they finish eating, they come in bed, and the next thing is they don't reach out to the leg and just separate the leg. And the woman will say, and then his own body weight is so heavy that he actually used his body weight against hers. Pushed her to the bed, forced himself into it. You don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you something right now. Anytime you actually push your way through into the life, into the private part of a woman without her consent, that is what they call rape. That is what they call rape. That woman can lock you up in jail for the rest of your life. So many of you rape your wives daily. So many of you rape your spouses daily. And you believe you are a man. You believe I'm a man. I'm a man. You don't have the right. You don't have the right to reject me. I will push my way through. And some men will not just do it alone. They will beat the woman, break her hands, push her hand to the bed and stuff like that. How will you enjoy sex with somebody that you have already battered? How will you enjoy sex with somebody you punch in the face? How will you enjoy sex with somebody you punch in the shoulder, the ankle, and everything, and you bend a leg and force your way through? You are not never going to enjoy it. Sex is supposed to start from the daytime. You are actually going to be romantic. You send rose flower, you send, messages, you buy stuff, you take her out to eat, you do whatever. Then she will feel what you're about to do. Anytime. Anytime that you force yourself on your wife, that's what they call rape. You can go to jail for the rest of your life. And you don't know. That's what you guys are doing. That's what you're doing. If your wife can actually be very brilliant, she will send you to jail. You will spend the rest of your life in jail. I'm not kidding. You need to do things that will not allow a woman to refuse you. I always tell people this all the time. You do things that will not allow your wife to refuse you of sexual relationship. She herself will be longing for it. Will be longing for it. Now, on this particular issue also, if your husband is actually forcing you to have oral sex on him against your will, that's abuse. The woman doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to put her mouth on you. No. And she doesn't want you to put your mouth on her too. If you should force your way into it, that's an abuse. That's an abuse. I'm telling you. That's an abuse. You're an abusive man. You cannot force yourself into the life of somebody. It's all about agreement. Marriage is about agreement. You guys must talk about it and be able to agree together on what to do. On what to do and what not to do. I'm not interested in it. It means I'm not interested. No, supposed to be no. And yes, supposed to be yes. If I'm interested, I'll do it. If I'm not interested, I won't do it. You can't force me to do it. So don't force me to do it. Don't force me to put my mouth on you because I can't. I don't want to. And please don't put your mouth on me. All right? Then you respect that. You respect that. And if you feel like it's something that you love to do, then you train her into it. Encourage her. Don't force her. Make her understand why it's very important. Make her understand what she's missing. Make her understand that this can be done. Okay? Give her anything that will make her to actually be able to cooperate with you and understand you. It's not about forcing somebody. When you force the person to do something like that, that is an abuse. A lot of men, they have forced themselves into the anus of their wives. I want to beat you guys them out today. I just want to slap you right, left, and center. I believe the men are listening. They force themselves into do anal sex with their wives. The woman is not willing to do that. That is against the will of God. It's not something that we should be doing. That's an exit. Why will you be going into an exit? They force themselves into it. Through the back door. They tear the place up. Now your wife, who one day dapa niyawo ende kiri idi etinjo. Idi yawo enjo. When we sit beside your wife inside the car, we'll be smelling shit. Say, the elastic area of the anus has been messed up. The liquid shit is coming out. So the woman must have to put that part there to hold it together instead of coming back out. Oh, by the only DJ. Oh, the only diru. What depends on who can be a church. Go and look at them in the hospital. You think I'm lying? If there are nurses there, they will tell you. They wear dapper all around the place. They're wearing dapper. It's dapper they're wearing everywhere. You mess up the life of the woman. The woman can't go to anywhere. She has to go to the bathroom like 10 times in 1 hour. I want to go and clean up. I want to go and clean up. They have all the stuff inside their bag. They know, but it didn't go. It didn't go. And you that you are home, you are actually having a good time. Nothing is happening to you. You destroy somebody. When they say exist, it means there's something coming out from there, nothing going inside. You force yourself into the place. That's an abuse. You see, when you are in a relationship like that and your husband is coming from nowhere after watching pornographic, stupid pornographic movie, and he wants to now perform experiment on you, and you're saying no, and he's forcing you into it, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that you are in an abusive relationship. Excuse me. You're in an abusive relationship. They are all over the place now wearing dapper. All these women are wearing dapper everywhere. Everywhere you see them, they are wearing dapper everywhere because it didn't do. If your husband is like that, forcing you to do things that you don't want to do, constantly forcing you, and you're saying no, and then you will now. And number three, is when you are being threatened to have sex. When they threaten you to have sex, it means that you don't want to do it, you just want to actually live your life, and they are now threatening you with divorce and say, I will divorce you just for them to have their way. That is an abusive relationship. What happened in the first place? Why is it that you are not interested in the first place? Those are the stuff that we need to go and look into. Why is she not interested in the first place? Why is she not interested? All right. So when you now dig into why is she not interested, we are now going to now say, okay, what can we do to actually adjust this and stuff? Then we adjust it, and the woman will now become interested again. At the end of the whole stuff, why is she not interested? These are the questions we need to supposed to ask. And then we need to go and look at it and say, okay, you must have been an abusive man, and let's just now look at it and just appeal to your wife. Let's do counseling, let's do training, let's do mentoring, let's do this, let's do that, to actually rectify the whole stuff and make everything nice again. All right? Instead of you now using divorce to threaten your wife before you can have your way. Some people will even give a kind of they will do a kind of experiment, and they will just run away from home for 2 days. And then their wife will call them and say, and then the wife will say, that's an abuse. That's an abusive person. Anyone that is actually threatening you, all right, threatening you to have their way, that's abusive relationship. All right, abusive relationship. And like I said, your feeling don't matter. If you are living under the same roof with a man who doesn't believe that your feelings matter, that's an abusive relationship. What is it supposed to be like? What is it supposed to be like? Marriage is supposed to be give and take. Marriage is supposed to be understanding. Marriage is supposed to be sacrificing. Marriage is supposed to be agreement. All right? So when you are inside of a marriage, you are not supposed to be there like a boss. Men, they have so much power. They can do anything. They can walk away from relationship. They can divorce you. They can insult you. They can do whatever. They have so much power. And most of the time, they misuse the power. They do misuse it. All right? They misuse it. And when they misuse it several times, they don't understand it will come back to bite them. A time will come that the woman won't care anymore. You see, if you have been talking to a woman and say, you're crazy, you're stupid idiot, you're this, you're that. You've been saying it for a long time. I divorce you. You've been saying it for a long time. A time will come, she will develop resistance against those things. A time will come that those words won't matter anymore. She will have crossed the bridge. And at that point in time when she will cross the bridge, she just don't care anymore. You can walk away if you want. You can kiss Transformer if you want. At that point in time, you're going to be talking to a dead body. For real. At that point in time, if she's having sex with you, she'll just open her leg. You're just there making love to a dead body. She's no longer there. She's gone. All right? And it takes a long time. It takes a long time before a woman will get there. Women are so powerful. Women are very, very powerful. Very, very powerful people. They can endure a lot of things. Before you can break the spirit of a woman, it will take a long time. She will be crying, but she will continue to try. She'll be crying, but she will continue to try. All right? And she'll keep on going. And she keep going and she keep going. But by the time she will get to that point of you can go and kiss transformer. Let me tell you something. There's no going back. She's gone. At that point in time, you go kiss transformer, that's it. Goodbye. Good luck. At that point in time, you don't mess with her. She can kill you. For real, she can kill you because you already ruined her life. You destroy her heart. She gave you her life, you ruined it. She gave you her trust, you messed it up. She gave you her spirit, you ruined the spirit too. All right? She lived her life for you, but you messed up. At that point in time, she can kill you. All right? She can kill you. So you have to be very, very careful. You see, we women, we have to be very careful how we deal with our spouses. Let's be careful. I'm going to open my line for people who would love to. You have a question for me. You can feel free to ask that question. You come online with me, and then you'll be able to ask your question. The link is right there. I'm going to pin it to the bottom of the chat right now. I'm going to pin it to the bottom of the chat at this moment. So if you have anything you want to say, feel free to press that link. Press the link right there. For those on YouTube, I will continue to repeat it. I'll repost it. For those ones on Facebook, you're going to see it at the bottom of that chat. You can click it there, and you know what I'm saying? I will actually accept it and bring you in for your question. You have any question, go ahead and just click that link and come on to me. At this time, I'll be able to answer your questions right here directly. Or probably you want to share your experience with us, or you have a story you want to share with us. We will definitely listen to that story. We'll definitely listen to your story. All right? So if you're there, you can go ahead and just press that link and come on the show with me. Let me change this setting around so that we won't have any stop disturbing the whole process. Any question, anybody who wants to come online with me to discuss, anybody who you got a question or you have something you want to share, feel free to come on. Anybody. Ajola, you are a lifesaver. Thank you very much, my sister. I'm waiting for those who would love to come online. You have a story to share, or you have a question to ask as per today's stuff. I have somebody is here. Let's bring this person in. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, I have a question, please.
Go ahead.
What advice? Okay, what advice can you give to a woman already have 5 kids?
There is something talking underground. We are hearing my sister. My sister. We are hearing the sound of something. What is that stuff? You can turn that stuff off.
Is actually my husband was talking at the background. Can you hear me now?
All right. We are still hearing his voice. His voice is very loud. It's still coming. His voice is still coming into it.
Hello? Can you hear me now, please?
I'm hearing you, but his voice is still on the ground.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I have a question. What advice can you... Okay, what advice can you give to a woman? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we are hearing you. Okay, all right, she's gone. Maybe anybody that is actually going to call, please make sure that you are in a very quiet environment, because if you are in a noisy environment, we won't be able to hear you at all. So if you have a question, feel free to actually call in, press the link, and then come on the line, and then we'll be able to hear you. You have a question, you have a story to share with us, feel free to do so. I'm going to repost the link right now for the benefit of those ones that are on YouTube. So we're waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. If we don't have any caller, probably we should just suspend it, and then maybe we should just suspend it if nobody's answering anything. All right, the person is coming back. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I have a question and an advice to give. What advice can you give a lady or a woman rather that has been married for over 30 years, both husband and wife are grandparents, and any little misunderstanding on the part of both the husband and the wife, the husband, you start insulting the parents of the woman. Like, okay, I'm actually talking about my parents. Like, they've been married for 30 years with five grandchildren, and we're all five girls. And any misunderstanding of my other sister or any of my sister just have maybe one or two clash with their spouses, and the next thing, my dad knows, starts insulting my maternal late maternal grandparents. If all those things, it gets to a stage, it gets tired, and you start worrying like it's just a marriage and we are married. So what type of advice do you think we can give my mom? Because we told her like, just leave this man and move on with your life. Yeah.
Well, it's something that she has been taking for a long time. Your mother is not just married yesterday. Just imagine somebody with grandchildren.
Exactly.
She must be in that relationship for over 40 years or so right now. She has been taking this particular insult abuse for a long time. Your father didn't just start doing that yesterday. That's how it has been from the beginning. And the woman is just wilding out her time. You know what I'm saying? I believe you should just, if your mother is actually still coping with it, if she believes that it's okay with her and she's coping with it, just leave her alone. What's she going to do right now? Where is she going to know? She has known this devil all her life. This is the devil she know all her life. Don't forget, loneliness can kill her faster. Because by the time she leave that home, we might be believing that, okay, oh, she's not enjoying in the place, and she may actually see a reason for staying there. Apart from the insult, maybe there are other things she's benefiting there. And you may not know. I remember my own parents, my mother would say, oh, I married the wrong person, I married the wrong person. But towards the end of the whole stuff, my mother started praising my dad. And we were the one thinking my dad was insultive and abusive, but to her, she was enjoying her life. And we didn't know. So, you see, sometimes you as children must just look away from them, let them handle their business the way they want to handle their business. They are not married for 2 years or 3 years. They've been married for over 40 years. All right. So the only thing you can do for them is to pray for them right now, and then talk to your dad too. You are a lady. You as a woman, a lady can actually talk to your dad. You'll be very close to your dad. Talk to him. Let him understand that. How will you feel if my husband is the one doing this to me? And then let him realize it. Probably nobody has been able to talk with him all this while. Maybe he's the King Kong of the house all this while. Nobody's been able to talk with him. That's
My
why he's still
other
doing.
actually challenged him on that.
Okay.
My other sister actually challenged him on that. He
Yeah.
didn't believe he picked a fight with her, and
Yeah.
then the next thing he started insulting my mom's family again. And my mom is not always happy. And I just told her one day, you know what? Whenever he insults your family, insult his own family to 2 or 3 times. He will stop that.
No, 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 no,
And
don't,
they're like,
don't pay evil with evil. That's not the right counsel. You don't counsel person to pay evil with evil. Let them handle their case by themselves. The woman is not a kid anymore. She knows how to handle her own case. Okay, so just pray for her, pray with her, encourage her, and stuff. And then whenever you have opportunity of talking to your dad, do so. All right. God bless you. Thank you very much for coming.
all right.
Yeah. All right. I have another person, Queen T Babs. How you doing?
I'm good, Pastor. Good evening.
We thank God.
Thank you for this topic. It's been really great. The
Okay.
one yesterday and the one tonight.
Okay.
I think many women. I have experienced domestic violence. I've experienced worst abusive relationship, And
Yeah.
it takes a long time for women to actually summon that courage to move on, because you think about the fear of the unknown, like, where am I going to go, where am I going to start from? But they need to overcome that fear of the unknown, because if that relationship is not right, that means God doesn't want you there, and you don't know what waits for you outside of that abusive relationship. Since I've moved out of that relationship, I've rediscovered myself, went to school, do my masters. You need to think about your children. At the end of the day, what's the point of you? I've been in a relationship where you're still acting like a mother to the man, and at the end of the day, he's not treating you like a mother, but you're doing like a mother. You're washing his clothes, you're sorting his clothes out, you're cooking, you're doing everything. But the respect he's supposed to give to you as a mother, that he will give to his own mother that was doing all that for him. He's not giving it to you. He's treating you like a trash. So what is the point? I think women need to just look at, I mean, overcome the fear of the unknown. Like, where am I going to start from? And also the cultural norm that, oh, ile, ma kokuro, ma foriti, that is what my mother was saying, foriti, mo fori babe, mo fori yebe. Because I don't talk to her, she didn't know what was happening. So it's like, for mama mi, baba you bear me, or mama mi bear me. I'm the one that know what I'm going through. So women, our mother will say it. They will say, Joko sibe oh mother, oh your man for it. But how long is most people have for it and they're not alive today. So it's not like in their own time. So I just urge every parent that is, women that is going through such, to think, just overcome that fear of the unknown. If you're in the UK, there are lots of organizations that will support you in terms of moving on. If you
Yeah.
want to move out of that house, they will rehouse you somewhere. They might put you in a refuge, which is like, a place for people with domestic violence. The the case of domestic violence in UK within Nigerian family is very, very, very high. And it's
Wow.
because of all these things that you're talking about, Pastor. We
Wow.
deal with it day in, day out. And it is just our Nigerian men. It's too much. So women should try to identify any organization that supports women living in abusive relationship. They will help you to move. They will plan around the time that the man is not around. They will help you to move. They will support you financially, or even if you want to rediscover yourself, there are local authorities have different organization that does that, and I'm sure they've got things like that in the UK. In the US as well. So women just, it's better for you to move on and start from nowhere. You don't know where you're going to end tomorrow. So that is my contribution to
I
that.
celebrate you because you're alive, my sister. To be alive is actually a gift from God
Mm-hmm.
and the blessing of God. You
Yeah.
can go back and then you restart your life, remold your
Mm-hmm.
life, and you can actually achieve greater things also
Mm-hmm.
eventually. All right. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for
Pastor.
coming.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
All right, we're still waiting for people who would love to call in. You want to come in on the show, you have something to say, probably your story, or maybe you have a question for Pastor Shola. I will answer your question by the grace of God. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Some people don't understand. They say, oh, is Pastor Shola encouraging divorce? Is Pastor Shola encouraging divorce? See, when you are inside of a relationship and your life is about to be taken from you, your life is a gift. It's a gift from God. Your life is a gift from God. Okay? If your life is about to be taken away from you, it's time for you to run. I want to repeat that one more time so that you will understand. You see, when your life that God has given to you, they call it God's given life. When somebody is about to take it away from you, all right, untimely, that's the time for you to run. You are not supposed to sit and look at somebody terminate your life right in front of your eyes. Even though the society may not like it, even though the religious institutions may not like it, pastors may not like it, the church people may not like it, they might say, oh, it's not biblical, all kinds of stuff. Let me take this call. Oluwatoyin Adebayo, your line is, you mute your line. All right.
Hello, sir.
Hello, madam.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
I can hear you.
Uh, I though I'm so sorry I was unable to join the program, but I just jump into it and I see that people are asking questions.
Yeah.
I have a question, sir, please. My question was like in a family where you have your brother in law, you have, your husband is the head of the household, and the brother has a he has a lot of kids, just to cut the story short. But at the end of the day, we see that one of those children, from another lady for my brother-in-law, with my brother-in-law, the boy he's just 20 years old. Then he impregnated somebody.
Okay.
Then I called my husband, because being the head of the family, because it was my mother-in-law who was taking care of this boy.
Okay.
Though my intention was to, because a child that was not trained, 20 years old, where is he going to start? If it's not, if I'm training my own children, if this boy is not trained, definitely even the old children in the household, they will be in danger. So I called him, and instead of him to reason with me, he was like, you know, my husband was, he was on top of the world, and because of that, he left the house. He don't want to know anything about this thing. But I don't know, because the way I'm seeing it seems as if he don't see it that way, and I don't know what I can do at this point in time.
My sister.
So
Uh,
I need an advice
no,
on
my
what to do, how to
listen,
stable things for this
listen,
man,
listen,
so
ma.
that he will be able to realize with me that.
Listen, madam. Listen. I want you to listen.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you one question or one or two questions right now. Now, the boy that you're talking about, the 20-year-old boy, is he living in your house?
No, sir.
Okay, so
He's not
why
living in my house.
is not living in your house? So why are you concerned?
Yes, sir. Ah, hey, daddy.
Yeah,
You know
what
what
kind of
concern is that?
do you think such a kind of a boy will bring to your own people, your own
Ah,
family?
daddy, daddy. Because this, even with the way I'm seeing the guy, the
Yeah.
boy, one thing, he has joined bad group already. What of if this boy go out and join, but you'll join and won't leave. At the end of the day, if the keys of the house, if they are better off in future, can the way I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the future of this boy now. Because if anything, if he joins this bad group, at the end of the day, if we train our own children, daddy, don't you see that our own children, they are not safe?
No, your children
Even
are
our own
safe.
children.
There is nothing wrong with your children, my sister. My sister, you need to face
Ah,
your own children. Face your own family. Everybody's got right to train their kids the way they want to train their kid. His own father wants the children to become is what they are becoming. It's not going to be your own cup of tea. It's going to be their own cup of tea. Sometimes we don't have problem. We always use our own hand to go and put problem into our lives. Okay, now your husband walked away from the house right now. Your husband is angry right now because your husband don't want to be bothered. That is not your business. It doesn't concerns you at all from here to over there. All right, you can actually give advice and say is your brother going to train his own son? And if he tell you I don't care, then it doesn't concern you. You should just leave them alone. If your own children are doing fine, good for you. If you have $10 today to send to them, send $10 to that family, and that's it. You want to take your face away from there at all. Is your husband back in the house now?
Oh, he's at work now.
Oh, no, you said he left. You said he left the house.
Yeah, he left. That was last night. So he left last night, but he's at work now.
He's at work now.
And I've
So
been calling him. I've been calling him. He didn't pick up the phone.
I won't pick
So
up
he
your
went to
call
work.
too. Me myself won't pick your call too. If I'm not your husband, I won't pick your call. I won't even come home to go and eat. Because of what you've done, I will decide to go and get hotel and sleep there.
Oh, better.
All right. Now, what I will advise you to do right now is I want you to send a message to your husband through text, WhatsApp
Okay.
message. Tell him you are sorry. that
I've
actually
done that.
no, listen. Tell him that what you're just doing is that you want to be you are just feeling concerned for his family, not like you want to pressurize him to do anything, that he should just waive it and forget about it. All right.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank
All
you
right,
so
my
much,
sister.
sir.
Bless you, man.
Thank
All right. Let's go to Ade here. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. Excellent, sir. Thank you so much for everything, sir. Your words, the pastor, everything. We enjoyed it
Yeah.
so much.
We thank God.
Uh, I did something, but I just want to be sure. But I know you pay me attention. So what I did was that I have a cousin that was relocating to Tennessee. So I
Okay.
went to join her to pack her things, do everything with her. And the next thing, I lay in the middle of the night, the husband woke her up and said, wá lọ ròyàn fún mi.
Okay.
So I looked at both of them. I'm like, wá lọ ròyàn kẹ̀. Ṣé bá ń kẹ́rù lọ́wọ́ ni? We've been working since morning and you were sitting down. So I didn't say anything because it's my cousin and I don't want to be rude. I kept quiet. But later, and she is sickle cell. So later she called me. She said, "Tobi, jọ̀wọ́ bá mi ro kini." Mo ní, okay. But kí n tó ro èmi àti ọ̀rọ̀. So I told the husband, I said, "So ti bá ro iyán, you will eat it." He said, "Yes." I said, "Are you sure? And you are not sure if I'm going to poison you and you will eat this food?" He said, "Yes." So after doing that food and he sat down and he ate it, and I looked at the wife, I said, wow. He now called me, said, "So are you telling me that if your husband wants to eat, you will not do the food for him?" I said, "How come you are buying?" It's because of what she takes. I can't take any nonsense like this. We do it together. You see me working since morning and you tell me to stand up middle of the night to go and do pound yam. That's sick. So that's my contribution to house. I don't know, maybe I did something.
I will say exactly what I said to the first movement to you too. Nothing concern you between our husband and wife, how they're dealing with their lives.
Of course, but she woke me up. She woke me up on my bed.
No, nothing concern you. Now, if your sister now come to you and say, sister, mi ma gba mi ke, mo ma ti fẹ́ kú nínú ilé yìí, it's a different ballgame. You see, if you
Yes, she woke me up my bed to come and help her. That was why I said it.
Okay.
Because
Now,
don't wake me up.
the issue is this. The issue is this. You see, when you go to somebody's house, you see, whatever it is that is actually in operation in that home, close your eyes and close your ears and just walk away. Even if you yourself want to eat the pandanya, let them make it and you eat it too with them. Understand? Just take your face off. All right. So you see,
the one that made pandayam for the man, he called me to make it. So
yeah,
I was like, why would you wake me up?
the wife begged you to come and make it, right?
Yeah, I was like, why would you wake your wife in the middle of the night
Yeah.
to come do something for you? So she wakes me up. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it's also it's what's in operation in their home. That woman's supposed to be the one to say no. I'm not. You know, the woman's supposed to be able to actually make him to understand how she is feeling in that home. And I really don't want you to be the one going there to fight for your cousin or your sister or whatsoever it may be. It's not ideal. It's not the right thing to do. Let her be the one. Yeah. Let her be the one to stand on the ground and be able to say no to whatever she will not accept in that home. How long have they been married?
Almost like 12 years now.
12 years.
And that was the first time. Yeah, they were relocating, so she called me. That was the first time I said something like that. But later she called me and said, "Thank you so much." That the word I said changed his husband. That the husband was shocked that I said, my love is my day, my work clean on my I can't do that.
It is well, but next time, my sister, when you go to somebody's house like that, you know, let them be the one to handle their business. So some people may not actually accept it. They might see it like, okay, what's your own business out of this whole stuff? That's my wife. She didn't say no, okay, and she has never been saying no for the past 12 years. So that's not your own problem at all. So sometimes if we do that, we're going to cause problem for that relationship. So we have to understand. Yeah, please.
But if they call me to come out, but the way she called me to come and prepare it, I should say no.
You should have said no. Yeah, you say no. I'm not hungry. It's your husband that wants to eat. Go and cook for your husband. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Bless you, my dear. All right, let's go to Lena Lindsay. How you doing?
Yes, I'm fine, Pastor Shola. Good evening from here.
Good evening.
First of all, I really want to bless. I really want to say thank you for what you have been doing. The
Okay.
good Lord continue to bless you and be with you and your family in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Sir, permit me, oh, there are some things that I would like to express in Yoruba. There are some things that are best said in Yoruba so that people will understand what I'm trying to say. Go, the cocoa of the thing.
Okay,
Emma
say
Binu,
it.
sir. I actually
Say
want
it.
to share the story of my life. Actually, it's a long, very long
No,
story.
no, no, my sister. Don't share long story. A lot of people are queuing. A lot of
Yes,
people are
yes.
queuing. All what you want to share is just give us points.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm going to do.
Uh,
What happened is this. I got married to my husband. We met in a church, Winners Chapel to be precise. Actually, we did Wolf Beat together.
okay.
For some people that attended the Winners, they will understand what I mean by Wolf Beat.
So that you can go to become a pastor.
Yeah, we both attended Wolf Beat together. We met in church. We met during the Wolf Beat program. So, you should be thinking that this guy is a Christian, is a born again brother, and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so fast forward, we got married 2010, just to get to know that Baba wọn ló wà in control of their life. That is their father. Actually, they are four in number. When we got married, the man did not allow us to go and rent our own apartment outside. He actually gave us 2-bedroom flat and is in one of his building.
Okay.
So he has 4 children. Àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin ọkùnrin ni wọ́n. So àwọn
Okay.
mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin eventually wọ́n ṣàfẹ́yàwó. Everybody, we are now living in one compound. Gbogbo wa. Meanwhile, their mother is late. On my wedding day, they had stepmother. The stepmother tore my wedding gown, all because when we were trying to prepare during the preparation for the wedding, she asked us. She told me she wanted to get the wedding dress for me. I said no. She said she wants to get the wedding ring for me. I said no. So she tore my wedding gown on my wedding day. At the end of the day, my father-in-law said, because I said something to her, that why would she tore my gown? Where I want to because I did the wedding in back then in another state, and we are supposed to move to their state together. Only because of that, at the end of the day, my family went begging that I think, fast forward everything. When I got to their house, it was hell. It was hell. The stepmother tortured me, did a whole lot of things, even my husband, because he doesn't have a say. Nǹkan tí bàbá ẹ̀ bá ti sọ ni, nǹkan tí woman ẹ̀ bá ti sọ lábẹ́ gé. Do you understand what I mean? I was
Yeah.
abused by their father, by every member of the family. So what I'm trying to say is this. Even at the midst of everything, because it took me 6 good years, I was crying every day. But thank God for the kind of parent that I have, because I was very, very close to my parents. So I keep informing them of everything. Bí o dẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni mò ń sọ fún wọn. Because ever since wọ́n ti rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ wedding yẹn, wọ́n ti sọ fún mi pé anything tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀, I should let them know. Everything, I was abused. Even to the extent my father-in-law was telling me, oh, my husband cheated on me. Best lady mi, àbúrò ẹ̀, ọmọ 15 years, ọkọ mi bá sùn. White Garment Church, no one law. White Garment Church, no law. I told them no, that we cannot be going. I told my husband, we are not going to White Garment Church. We met in Winners, right? We should be going there. The father-in-law said no. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ church yẹn ni gbogbo wa ń lọ, àti bàbá ọkọ church kankan náà ni gbogbo wa ń lọ, wọn ò jẹ́ ká lọ sí church ara wa. So at the end of the day, he started cheating, sleeping around with all sorts of girls. Ní àdúgbò, everywhere, kò tiẹ̀ fi bò mọ́, to the extent that there was a day I was washing his boxers, then there was blood stains there. I have to confront him that what is going on here? Do you have any infection or anything? Ọjọ́ yẹn, ó nà mí bí ìbàrà ni. So a whole lot of things. Ìgbà tí mo rí pé ẹ̀mí mi ò gbé mọ́, tí mo rí pé wọ́n ṣàfẹ́ pa ọ̀tá mi, I have to leave there. What I'm saying is this: wọn ò jẹ́ kí n ṣiṣẹ́ o. Wọn ò jẹ́ kí n ṣiṣẹ́ because I got married when I was in 400 level. After the wedding, mo lọ serve. After my service, wọn ò jẹ́ kí n ṣiṣẹ́. My father-in-law will tell you, tẹ́ bá ti rí ìyàwó lé tó bá ti ń ṣe bí sisi, ó fẹ́ ṣe ṣìnà ni, ó fẹ́ ṣe kíní ni. And mind you, ever since that wedding day, lẹ́yìn láti bàtà ti ìyàwó yẹn, my father-in-law never called my parents for once. Ó máa bú àwọn òbí mi, ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí wọn, a máa lé mi ò ní lárí mi, ṣe kíní kan oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ ni bàbá yẹn máa ń sọ sí mi. ṣe ló máa sọ fún mi báyìí pé o tí rí yàwó sẹ o máa fẹ́ yàwó mi ni eléyìí ò ṣe kí ni to the extent that the father-in-law was telling me pé at times because kò sí kankan tá a fẹ́ ṣe nílé yẹn wọn àwọn ọmọ yẹn ò lè dá anything ṣe. Okay, I was even trying pé okay fine jẹ́ ká raise owó ká kúrò nílé yẹn bàbá yẹn ò gbà bàbá yẹn kò gbà pé ká kúrò nínú ilé yẹn to the extent that our family ìyá wọn kankan kò sún mọ́ wọn kò jẹ́ káwọn family ìyá wọn because ìyá wọn ti kú.
So are you guys still together now?
We are not together, sir. We can never be together. We are not together. We can never even be together. Lie. What I'm trying to say is this: I left him at the midst of me kankan kò síṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mi ò jẹ́ kí ṣiṣẹ́ mo kúrò níbẹ̀. I was just trying to buttress the point of one of your caller that said the fear of the unknown. There are a lot of people that are going through this very thing, but because pé wọn mọ bóyá fẹ́ ṣe wọn níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ so wọ́n sì wò pọ̀ náà báwo làwọn ṣe fẹ́ ṣe ọ̀nà wo làwọn fẹ́ gbé ìgbà nǹkan tí ojú mi rí kan tó ojú mi rí mo kúrò ń bẹ ò pẹ̀lú ọmọ méjì àwọn ọmọ mi méjèèjì yẹn gan wọ́n tún kó wọn sínú freezer àwọn fẹ́ pa wọ́n ìyẹn another story gan tiẹ̀ wá nìyẹn entirely mo yẹ sọ pé it's a very very long story but mo kàn tẹ̀ díẹ̀ ni mo kúrò ń bẹ mi ò níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tí mo fi kúrò níbi I'm just telling you but I thank God for my parents that tí mo máa délé wọn tọ̀sán tó orúkọ mi tẹ̀ sọ fún wọn wípé mò ń bọ̀ wọ́n gbà mí tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀ tó wọ́n mọ ọmọ tí mo jẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ nǹkan tí mo ti face so what I'm trying to say is no matter what nǹkan téèyàn bá ń go through you should try no matter bó ṣe ìyá ẹ̀ tàbí bàbá ẹ̀ always confide in them tell them bó ṣe ń lọ. So and to also to encourage them even if you don't have anything you are doing presently don't because of that remain there. Because wọ́n rí wọn jẹ́ kí relate to anybody tí n bá kíyàn wá ní àwọn ọmọ aláta ní mò ń kí àwọn wo lè mí kí wọn jẹ́ kí anybody kan wá kí mi nílé wọn jẹ́ kí n rìn mọ́ everybody kò dá ṣe mi nìkan o débi pé that same father-in-law àwọn ìyàwó mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin ó máa pe àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ báyìí ló máa sọ fún ọ pé àwọn ìyàwó yín wọ́n ṣe relate yẹn òun ò fẹ́ káwọn ìyàwó yín kan máa bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ èmi ò rírí o mi ì rírí tó ti ṣerú ẹ̀ mi ì rírí.
ọmọ ìlú wo ni wọn.
ọmọ ta ni wọ́n máa dárúkọ ọmọ ta ni wọ́n my father-in-law happens to be an auditor in Lagos State auditor ní Lagos State ó dẹ̀ ti retire ọmọ ta ni wọ́n very wicked set of people kò jẹ́ káwọn ìyàwó mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin kan bára wọn ṣe and I'm the first wife kò jẹ́ káwọn ìyàwó mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin ó máa sọ fún wọn pé èmi òun rí mi gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé èmi gangan ni mò ń coordinate wọn ó máa sọ fún wọn ni pé àwọn ìyàwó mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin ò kàn gbọ́dọ̀ bára wọn ṣe nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé èmi kà kúrò ń bẹ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan ní ìlú kankan lọ́wọ́ tí mo fi kúrò ń bẹ̀ o so people that are going through this thing wọn gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi pé because they don't have anything doing there they must stay there it's a lie. It's a lie wọ́n máa sọ fún ọ kò sọkọ̀ bàbá kó máa sọ fún ẹ báyìí pé kò sẹ́ni máa fẹ́ ẹ mọ́ kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ ẹ ìjà táwọn ìyá ayé ẹ̀jà tí wọ́n win ó lè já kó win ẹ̀ nǹkan tó máa sọ nìyẹn but mo sọ fún ọ mo nírọ̀lẹ́ pa bọ́lá ṣe ń bẹ tẹ́ẹ̀mì ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà mo máa jà mo dẹ̀ máa win ẹ̀ pátápínlẹ̀ ọmọ yín lẹ̀ máa fi ọwọ́ mú.
Wow.
So that's just it o nǹkan tí mo kàn ní kí n share nìyẹn actually it's a very long story.
Thank you that's good the Lord will take care of you. Okay, don't worry about it. God is taking care of you. God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, sir.
All right, let's go to Adeshola. Adeshola Fumi. Hello?
Pastor.
Yes, hello.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me very well?
Your audio is not good.
Uh-oh. Okay, what about now?
Are you, I don't know. It's still cracky.
Oh. Okay, maybe I'll call back. I need to get headphone then.
Okay, try and get the headphone.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Ebenezer Adewi.
It's me, Pastor Shola.
How are you doing there?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
We're good.
The first two previous women I called you, they need you for counseling.
They need to do what?
They need you for counseling.
We can't hear you properly.
I said they need you for counseling because those two women need to know how to mind their own business.
Oh, okay. You're talking about counseling. Yeah, of course.
Those two women I called you because they need counseling. I think they need your number. They need to call you. How can you go to somebody's house and be telling them how to operate their own homes? You can't do that.
No, it's not right. It's not right.
Because, for example, there are times that me and my wife will share cooking. There are times that I cook as well, because I love cooking as well. So if somebody comes to my house, what's happening? Kuli is cooking. I want to eat about that, but you don't know how we operate in our own homes. You can't just come in and judge and think that why is it hard? So why shouldn't I cook?
Yeah.
Is she a slave? I can cook as well. I was brought up to learn how to cook, so why can't I cook? Why must it be only my wife that will cook? I can even cook better than my wife sometimes. So, and I think going back to the topic, people that stay in abusive marriages, especially women, sometimes.
Are you using headset or what are you using, sir?
Oh, okay, let me. Okay, I'll call back, Pastor.
Yeah, audio is not good.
Okay, I'll call back, Pastor.
All right, let's go back to Adeshola. Adeshola, you're there? Adeshola Funmi Omole. Oh, she's not. She's gone. She's gone somewhere. All right, we're going to wait for those people to come back because the audio must be clear. I want that audio to be good. All right, somebody just sent me a private message here. I said, good evening, sir. I went through all this abuse for over 15 years. Thank God I left last year. Wow. Wow, 15 years of abuse. And she left last year. You see what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are still in abusive relationship. Husband threatening you, you don't have a voice in your relationship, husband calling you all manners of names, sexual abuse, financial abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. Some people, they are still suffering today. Husband slapping them, beating them up and kicking them. You will be very, very shocked when you go to people's homes and you see these things happening. When you go to people's homes and you see these things happening. And I don't understand, why people go to church. A lot of these men, they still go to church. They still go to church. Many of them, they are very close to their pastors. Many of them are actually in the choir. Some of them are actually in leadership. Some of them are deacons in church. And they go home and they are abusive towards their wives and they call themselves Christians. I really don't understand what pastors like that are preaching. Even some pastors are very abusive. And some pastors are abusive too. If you don't know, I'm telling you the truth. Go and ask a lot of pastors' wives. Some of them are under lock and key. They can't do anything. The husband must tell them what to do. They can't go nowhere. They can't do whatever. All right, the man must control what they do, who they talk with, the clothes they wear, all manners of things. All right, it has to be. Thank you very much, Obiside A, for that $9.99. Thank you very much for that super blast. God bless you. A lot of pastors' wives are suffering. A lot of pastors' wives are suffering, for real. Many of our men are not connected to God at all. They only go to those places they say is a church. They go there to socialize. They just go there to socialize. It's not that they actually have any encounter with God. No. Okay? And we talk about this thing over and over again and again. A lot of pastors, they come on and all they do is speak English, speak big English and stuff like that. And people are still suffering. You know what I'm saying? People are still suffering. All right, I have somebody here. Hello? Yes, hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
Sorry, sir. I don't think that guy understands what I say. He said, I will bring...
No, don't come back and say that. Nobody cares. You don't care about what people can say anything. Don't worry about this whole stuff and that. Don't worry. People can misunderstand you. It doesn't matter.
Okay, sir.
Don't bother yourself. Don't bother yourself. People can misunderstand you. You see, it took me a long time to understand humans. That when you say something, people will misinterpret it. How many people are you going to continue to call and say, this is what I'm trying to say, this is what I was trying to say, or whatever? Me, I just wave it. I wave it. So you see that a lot of people are inside of this abusive relationship, and the church is not encouraging people at all. The church is making them to look like as if to say they are the ones at fault. The women are the ones at fault. They are the one causing it on themselves. They are supposed to comply. They're supposed to comply. They're supposed to respect their husbands. How can you respect somebody who is a bully? How can you submit to somebody who is not caring? I find it very difficult. I don't understand. I still want to understand, but I don't. How can you go to rest and go to sleep with somebody who is who is abusive? Somebody who doesn't display love at all. How can you? And they say, oh, submit. The message of submission, they preach it wrongly. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean that a woman should be the slave of the man. It doesn't mean so. That's not what it means. So for a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Africans, we have been indoctrinated. They have taken our liberty away from us. They have taken our freedom away from us. They have put us under lock and key. So many of us, a lot of us are still living that life to today. We live inside of the bondage. We live in bondage today. And there's no way you're going to get out of it until you realize you want to get out of it. I want to get out of it. You can't. You have to make up your mind to get out of it. You're actually inside emotional prison, a marital prison. They lock you up inside of the prison, you can't come out. All right? It's going to be until a man will understand that the woman is equal to a man, and then she got the right. The same right that you have as a man is the same right that the woman is got. And you will now see that life is going to be transformed and different if we can go to that level. If we can get to that level, if pastors will start preaching equality in church, if pastor will now teach at the men's fellowship meetings for men to respect their wives and treat them correctly. But by the time our pastors will go home and go home and start treating their own wives correctly too, and then they will become pace setters and become mentors to other men. All right? When pastors will go home to wash dishes, when pastors will go home to cook for their wives, when pastors will go home to help, with the children, when pastors will go home and do the right and correct things, they will be able to preach the correct messages. All right? And all the men in church will follow suit. I come to see one thing about men. You see, some of them wants to be like their pastors. They dress up like their pastor. They shave their head like their pastor. Some of them, they grow their beard just like their pastor. They buy the same kind of suit like their pastor, the same kind of shoes like their pastors. All right? So if the pastor too, if you are actually a good mentor like that people copy you like that, why don't you just allow them to copy the way you relate with your wife too? Let them copy the way you relate with your wife. So that at the end of the day, they too can go home and treat their own wives the same way that you are treating your wife. All right? Pastors are very powerful. They gain control. They influence the men in church. They do. Influence the men in church. Let's go back to Adiola Fumi Ojo. Adeshola Fumi Ojo. How are you doing?
Yeah. Hi, Pastor.
We thank God.
I wasn't going to give up. Okay. I just needed to call in.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I really appreciate your teaching all this while, and I just wanted to call in to say a piece of my experience.
Okay.
First of all, I really wish my ex could see this, because I never reported it to you, right? So everything you listed was exactly the story of my life.
Wow.
I couldn't stop crying, as in just listening. So I'm not that comfortable calling in to a live show, but I just needed to call to encourage whoever is going through this. It's not the end of the world for them, because I really felt used, body shamed and everything. But thank God I'm out and I'm doing better now. I came out of the relationship, 10 years marriage, to be precise, I never planned that for my life, I was really trying to make it work. But I don't know. Maybe he had some forces that were working against him. Even till now, he's still going through some things. But thank God I'm alive to tell the story. And I don't care whoever knows him, because I know he's a popular name and everything. I don't care. I'm just out here to encourage others. I came out, I went to nursing school, and I'm doing well. I'm taking care of my 2 kids. If it sends money, I take it. If it doesn't, I don't care. Owo ejara ni sí mi. and yẹn gan ó tún dùn mọ́ that I'm living better, I'm enjoying my life, I'm at peace. I just needed peace of mind, you know. I tried every possible means to make it happen. I was living under bondage, as in I wasn't free. Anytime it comes around, it's as if something is going to happen. What will I do wrong? I was always walking on eggshell. She body shaming me, everything, names, all the names you said, even worst. He called me a gay, lesbian, as in, let me just leave it at that. But I'm just calling in to encourage everyone listening, because I actually saw the red flags at the beginning.
Okay.
I saw the red flags. But I felt that, maybe because we started the relationship in Nigeria before we moved down to US, you know. So I was thinking he left me there and he came down that, okay, distance relationship, that it will get better, you know. If I'd known, I had other suitors, you know, but I just thought that, okay, let me just give it a try. During the courtship period, physical abuse. Both first and second pregnancy, physical abuse. And I'm talking about, he's a medical doctor. He knows the right thing. You know, you don't lay your hands on a normal day, you don't lay your hands on ordinary woman, not to talk of a pregnant woman. It was when I got into nursing school and I saw so many, what's it called, as in complications with pregnancy, that I thought that, wow, why will you do this to me? God sees my heart, that I really tried. I don't complain. I never even told my family. That's another thing. I never mentioned it. Nobody knew. Oh, my Lumi, I won't say anything. There was a time when we first moved to US that it happened. He told me to tell people that it was allergy. Ojumi pupa. I lost at church. He told me I should tell them it's allergy. You know, I was following him like mumu, all because of love, you know, trying to make things work out. Because my parents told me that Ile Ekoni, not knowing that I was like pushing myself to the grave. But thank God, I'm a survivor. I actually called for help when I came, because they told me that I should call for help with women thing, violence and everything. Emi mo tún padà lọ bá lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó tún talk me to come back, that he has changed. So I went through all this for 10 good years. 10 good years. When I first came to the US, he told me that, everybody around, they are rapists. This is this. Don't interact with people. Ojú window ni ma ti ń wò ta, pastor. Mi kì í jáde. You know, he put that fear in me. I never had friends. I never mingled with anyone. It was later when we were in New Orleans, you know. I think I've called you. You know my story.
Of course. I know your story.
He actually went around telling people that I was killing Yoruba. So I don't even know the meaning. Emishe Shino. Shino. I didn't even know the meaning of that. I was thinking, and it no kunoni. It was people that called me that we coming so we Emishe Shino. I confronted him. He said, no, he didn't say that. But I said, what exactly did you tell the person? He said, Pastor, I just can't take it, but it's okay. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But I just needed to call in today. You saw all the stress I went through with the headphone and everything. But I just wanted to like come out and be free. Come out and be free.
You're free. You're free already, my sister. You're free. Just stay focused, stay strong, continue to build your life. It's part of life. Life is just very unfair. You know, it's unfair sometimes that to some people it's going to be negative, to some it's going to be positive. And inside of every negativity, there is positivity there too.
Yeah.
All right. I always make sure, know that.
He's actually still trying to ask the kids whenever they go around him, asking them who comes to the house. Who comes to your mom? He's still monitoring me.
That's a control freak.
That's
a control freak, of course.
But still like trying to have control over my life and everything.
Yeah.
But it is well.
you need to be strong. You need to be very, very strong. At the same time, take care of yourself. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Don't let
Yes, Pastor.
don't let him gain any control over you. Not right at all. Don't let anybody gain control over you at all.
Yes,
Continue doing
Pastor.
what you're doing. Be strong for your children. Be strong for yourself, and that's it. All
Thank
right.
you, Pastor.
God bless
Thank
you.
you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's go straight to Babafure. Babafure,
Yes,
Abiodun
sir.
Balogun. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm fine too.
Thank
I dare.
God.
I
Thank
dare.
God.
Yeah. So
Oh Lord, I don't even know where to start with all this that I'm hearing. You know, I
start
mean,
from
I feel
anywhere.
sorry for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I really feel sorry for a lot of people that are going through all this abusive relationship. You know, so most of these men are just stupid and they have low self esteem and stuff like that.
Uh huh.
And I mean, I don't see no reason why you should put your hands on anybody, even think about,
Anybody.
your
Yeah.
wife. I mean, I got two girls and I can't
Yeah.
even put my hands on them.
Just
I
imagine.
have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old girls.
Yeah.
I can't see myself putting my hands on them.
You
Even
know.
though every time they do the wrong thing, I always get like, God help me. Then the mom will say, why don't you beat that? You need to. I'm like, babe, just chill. I can't see myself just putting my hands on them.
You
And
just like
after they do
me.
the wrong thing, then
Yeah.
my 5-year-old will come to me and and she'll give me a hug and a kiss, and she'll say, Daddy, I love you, right? And my heart will just melt. Like,
Your house is
oh
just
Lord, yo,
melting.
come on, don't do this to me. Yeah, I'm like, why are you doing this to me, Gracie? But hey, so I mean, I can't just imagine then putting my hands on their mom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even when me and their mom are arguing about something,
Yeah.
my girls will come to me, Daddy, what are you thinking of? Stop arguing with mommy. And they will put me back,
In
they
your
always
place.
put me on check. Like, Daddy. They will say, Daddy. Ah. And my 11-year-old boy too will say, Daddy, what are you thinking of? Leave her alone. What are you talking? What are you talking about? It's like, I'm like, guys, you don't want to understand. They'll say, we don't even want to understand. Just hush. My kids will tell me to hush. And I'm like, okay. I'll say, babe, why are you doing this to me now? Come on. And so she has them, and I have they all have me wrapped, within their fingers, like, daddy
Yeah.
is not gonna do wrong, this and that. They
Yeah.
always put me on check, no matter how angry I think I am. Daddy, stop it, stop it. I was like, okay,
They
I
will
got
melt
you.
it. They
And
will
then,
melt it
yeah,
down.
so then, I mean, yeah, right away, right away. So they always do that. And I have 4 sisters as well,
Yeah.
and I always say, and everybody knows that you put your hands on any of mine. Oh Lord, you're gonna get the Holy Ghost ass whooping for real. And if I decide I cannot handle you, all it's gonna cost me is one bottle of Hennessy and some wrap of weed. And they go. I'm gonna say, don't kill him, but just put some sense into his brain, so he will never even think
You
about
won't do
that
it
again.
again.
So that will reset his brain. Because people that do that, and for all these victims,
Yeah.
I just hate it. In this time and age, then all these ladies and all these women will come on the show and say, I'm like, come on, this is 2020. Any man puts your hands, just pick up the phone and call 911. There's nothing like I love him. If you love him that much and he can put his hands on you, the love is it. That will be one. It only take one time. Don't wait for the second time. The second time you might not live to tell the tale. Once it happened one time, just let it go. Like, you know what, we're done. You put your hands on me. Oh, and like the lady that just came up, and she said, "Oh, my eyes," and then he told me to lie. Why would you lie for him? Send his ass to jail, and she said he's a medical doctor. You do that, your license is gonna get revoked. That's gonna be number one, and you're gonna go to jail. So why do you want to lie for people like that? At the end of the day, you're gonna be dead, and he's gonna continue his life. Like you said yesterday, he's gonna marry somebody else
Of
and
course.
live his life. But you gone, you dead.
Yeah.
So who's gonna suffer? That will be your case. So why do you want to put your kids through this predicament like that? It's
Yeah.
never it's never gonna be all right, you know. So I mean, I feel sorry for them, but and when people like that go, I'm like, where are your brothers? Don't you have any brothers? Don't you have any uncles? Because me, I grew up protecting, my sisters.
Your
I have an
sisters.
older and three younger ones, and I always protect them, even throughout high school and stuff. Nobody there bullies anything. I'm gonna step up to you like, there's a no, there's a danger zone. You don't want to cross that line. Just you don't want to talk to them. Just move on. You don't want to fight with any of my sisters or talk to them like, no, you don't do that. So just let it go and leave it alone.
I
I
leave them
mean,
alone.
get
Yeah.
bullied. Yeah, you only take one time. I don't care what you smoke or what you drink. Don't put your hands on nobody,
That's
not
it.
even your kids. We grew up, getting whooped all the time. That's growing up. That was a different, era. But in this time and age, I don't see no reason why you should put your hands on your kids. You can sit them down to them. The
Yeah.
kids this generation are very, very smart. Say that they are very, very smart, and you don't put your hands on them. You don't want them to know that, oh, it's good for, it's okay any man to put their hands on me. No, I don't want to put that in my
Yes.
girls, mind. Anybody touches no reason, yeah, it's they don't want to even see me around because I'm gonna be so furious, and that's not even gonna happen.
No.
So I would say, don't let nobody talk to you anyhow. Anybody talk to you crazy, just report that away. Don't even think, oh, she's my friend. Oh, he's my no. Nobody's your friend. Anybody that think negative about you, that person is not your friend. Report them right away. Let me know. You come back home, you tell me right away. So that's it. Though I don't play with that. I don't play
Yeah.
with any of mine.
Thank
You don't
you.
want to be their friend, just move on. Don't leave them alone. Yeah,
Thank
yes,
you,
sir.
man.
So it's
God
all
bless
good,
you.
and thank you for doing a great job.
God bless
Amen,
you, my
sir.
brother.
Amen.
Thank you.
Eh,
All right,
eh,
man.
amen.
All right, let's get to Agoro Muiwa. What's up? Agoro, don't worry me. Oh, borrow me.
Hello?
Agoro, you don't hear me.
Hello?
Hello, can't you
I
hear me?
cannot hear you, sir.
Something's wrong. Oh, I'm
Hello?
hearing you. I'm hearing you.
What's wrong with this?
I'm hearing
Hello?
you, Agoro. Agoro, I'm hearing you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm talking. Is it I'm talking? I'm hearing
Okay,
you.
let me call back, sir. I'll
All
call
right,
back.
come back. All right. Is it when you are in love, when you are inside a relationship, you need to learn. Uh, you need to learn to use the right words, speak the right statements and stuff. Learn the language of love that your husband or your wife will understand. You know what I'm saying? When you are angry, see, let me tell you something. Every one of us will get angry. Sometimes. Ọmọ àlè ló máa rínú tí ò ní bí. We all get angry. And you're going to get angry because your wife is not you, your husband is not you. They're going to step on your toes. They're going to do something that you won't appreciate. All right? They're going to do it. Let me pick up this call again. Yes, hello? Can you hear me now?
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, sir.
All right. Okay, go ahead. What you have a question or you have a statement to make?
Yeah, actually, it's more like a statement.
Okay.
Uh, I've listened to so many people called in.
Yeah.
Much of my emphasis is going to be on the lady that called. Um, when she was talking, I could feel the pain in her voice.
Yes.
And sometimes, sometimes I just wonder. Well, I'm still young in my marriage. My marriage is not up to 10 years.
Okay.
However, I remember then um, my parents, because my mom, she was a teacher before she retired. Over 35 years of service before she retired.
Okay.
And I watch my parents sometimes. Yeah, sometimes in marriage there's bound to be disagreement. But there are other ways to resolving issues that you don't have to be so abusive towards your partner. Sometimes I could still remember a particular situation that happened between my dad and my mom, in which my mom was like, being a teacher, she can talk. But my dad is the kind of person that doesn't really talk that much. But if you push him to the wall, when he turns back, the utterances might not be that good. But one thing I know he does is that when he's in argument with my mom, he will just take a chair and take a walk. So while that lady was talking, it just got to me. Then I began to remember those times, what my parents told me. Why would you call this woman your other half? Right? When you were signing that paper, when you were giving that covenant in front of not just one person, yourself, the people present, and God. So why would you subject your other half to abuse? Honestly, I learned a lot from this series that you've been doing. You will observe that for like 3 days, I've never called him. I was listening and I was soaking in a lot of things. There are certain things that I never had an idea of that could be an abuse for the other partner, but you were pinpointing it, and I'm a kind of person, that's why I learn. When I want to learn, I do much of listening first. After I listen and I digest what I've heard, then I'll be able to apply it. God bless you, sir. And I just want to encourage that woman. The woman doesn't look like someone, when she first called him, she doesn't look like someone who's been through abuse. And I believe it was because she was able to take the decision to walk out of the marriage. Imagine if she had been there, it would have been worse. So men that abuse their wives, I'm sorry, it's a source of concern to me.
It's a mental problem.
It's a source of concern. This same woman is the woman wàá mọ́lẹ̀ wàá ṣe gbàgbós nígbà tó bá nà tán tójú ti wú tẹnu ti wú wàá nà wàá ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó jẹ tó fẹ́ ṣe wàá bá gidi ṣe. Then another thing is you abuse a woman by forcing yourself on her. How do you enjoy the thing in the first place?
You don't care. It's a mental thing. It's not a normal person. A normal person won't do that. And that's the problem. You see, we don't understand that majority of these people that we see that are abusive, they have problems. And they need help. No matter how you tell them they don't see anything wrong in what they've done. They need help. They need big time help. All right? Anybody who is in the right state of mind will understand that this is not something that I'm supposed to do. It's not something I'm supposed to do. All right, like today, myself and my wife, we actually had a little argument. I was yelling, and a time came as I was yelling. I just thought about it. I said, "Who am I even yelling at?"
He hasn't coming back to me, sir.
Yeah. Who am I even yelling at now? You know what I'm saying? So I had to keep quiet, and I just, I tried to maintain my, what do you call it? My responsible status. I say, okay, yeah, I'm a responsible man. I'm not supposed to be yelling. Is she my slave or whatever? Sometimes I can snap like that, but sometimes I will have to call myself back.
Yeah. I snap too. Sometimes when I have a disagreement with my wife. I snap.
Yeah.
But what I do is this: when I snap and I began to see that the argument is getting heated up, I just keep quiet.
Yeah.
I'm a sanguine. That's the one thing I know. I can talk. My wife doesn't. So when I discover that the argument is becoming heated, and for my wife who doesn't talk that much, someone who doesn't talk, when you push that button,
yeah, they're gonna bite you.
Yeah. So when I discover that the argument is getting to somewhere that is beginning to be like hot argument, I just go. And when she's not even trying to talk, I'll just be quiet. I'll take a walk. Then I'll come back and I'll ask you, so why? All right.
Yeah.
That's it. But when you resort into being verbally abusive, physically abusive, and all sorts of things, and if you have the kids are watching.
Yeah, they're watching.
I have an 8-year-old daughter. Sometimes
can you round up? We have like some people line up already. Anthony, please.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I'll just summarize everything.
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say is that, men, please, let's rise up to the responsibility God has placed in us. We are supposed to be a covering over our family,
Yes, sir.
starting from the wives, from our wives to our kids.
Bien.
Let's own up to that responsibility.
Bien.
And I pray that that woman, especially, I could see she was crying. God will heal
Yeah.
you. You'll be fine.
She'll be
Thank you,
fine.
and have a
She'll be
blessed
fine.
evening.
God bless you, my brother. It is well. All right, let's go to Anthony. Anthony Madaka. Are you there? Is Anthony Madaka over there? So, we're not hearing you. You don't mute your line. All right. You open it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, what's up, my G? You alright?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, Pastor, I'm really like
Yeah.
enjoying like your program.
We thank God.
I'm really enjoying it. And I've really learned a lot from it.
That's good.
One thing I really want to say to the guys out there is like, to the people out there is like, life is very, very beautiful. No matter what you're going through, life is very, very beautiful. At the end of the day, you still going to get out of whatever you're going through.
Yes.
But to the guys out there, I mean, I don't see any reason why a man should lay his hand on a woman. I mean, women, I know women, they have this mouth. But the worst thing you can do, just like the other guy, just pick up your shirt, walk out, I mean, just take a walk. By the time you come back, I mean, your mind will have eased a little bit, you know. And I'm just begging every man there, please, just whatever the system is, just, I mean, they have a problem, but just try and change. It doesn't make any sense.
Can you help me to tell them to go for mental evaluation?
Yeah, I mean, anyone that doesn't go for mental health, just pay the $500. I mean, the one in Nigeria, I will send my boys there to beat them, and the one here, I will deal with them for myself. So thank you so much, Pastor.
Tell them to go for anger management too.
Exactly, man. Yeah, thank you so much, Pastor.
God bless you, my brother, man.
Yeah,
God bless you. All right. All right, as I was saying, there will be arguments. We are going to fight. You know, we are not created the same way. All right, so we have individual differences. So automatically we are going to fight. You're going to have misunderstandings and all that stuff. And by the time misunderstanding is coming in, any man that is in the right state of mind will understand that it's time for me now to exercise control over myself, over my anger, okay, over what you say. Like the Yoruba people will say, "Eyin lohun, eyin lohun." You see, when you say words, they come out, they fall on the ground, you can't pick them up again. You see, and then your words can actually destroy. It's possible for your choice of word can actually destroy. You have to choose the right words all the time. All the time, don't let your anger drive you. If you allow your anger to drive you, what your anger is going to let you do is to look for something that will hurt the feeling of the other person. And that's the way it works. The devil will tell you, why will you allow this person to win? And this person is winning the argument. So you're going to look for one thing to say, something that is very, very sensitive to that person. You're going to look for something to say to hurt their feelings. And when you finish saying it, the person may now start crying, may walk away to the room, sit down quietly in a place, and I'm telling you, you have succeeded in killing maybe 10% or 15% of her life at that time. And then you repeat it again next time, and then you are gradually killing that person, and that person may enter into his or her shell and may never come back out. So you choose your words wisely. All right? It's not like we are not going to get mad. It's not like you're not going to get angry. The individual differences will make us to actually cross ourselves. But when you're doing it, always remember what you say will have a long-lasting effect in the life of that person. Either you're a man or you're a woman. All right? You have to make sure you know that. Always know that. So many men, they always bring back what the wife has shared with them, the mistake the woman has made, what she has done before. You bring it back again and say, oh, she, but you ọkọ àbúrò ẹ̀sùn nìyẹn, or bóyá lọ bá boyfriend àbúrò ẹ̀sùn nìyẹn, and then because you shared it with your husband, and then your husband will now bring it back anytime you guys are having misunderstanding, that while you guys were in college, you actually slept with your sister's boyfriend. And now he's going to bring it back and start calling you a prostitute and start calling you whatever and stuff like that. And, you know, it's just trying to get you back. And that's not the right thing to do, because that stuff actually was a terrible situation. She actually never felt good about doing it. That stuff actually was like cancer in her life. And right now you're now bringing it back after she has been healed for probably like about 4, 5 years or 10 years. Now you are bringing it back now to bite her back. That's a terrible thing to do. That's wickedness. That's wickedness of the highest order. A lot of men don't understand that that's bad. That's a terrible thing. You are actually being abusive at that point in time. So you must choose your words wisely. I remember at the church, one of our church members was trying to show us whenever the grandma is angry. She said, whenever my grandma is angry and she wanted to say something, she would say, "Olorire ni woman." Adavu woman. But you are the one, you have done something bad. You actually did something bad to her, but instead of her cursing you, she will bless you instead of cursing you. Okay, we have to be very, very, very conscious of what we say. Be conscious of the words or the statements that comes out of our mouth, either to your husband, to your wife, or even to your children. All right? I always love it when I teach couples to say, "I love you." I love it at that point in time that I get to their homes, or probably we're in the counseling session, and I say, "Do you guys always do you say I love you to your husband? Do you say I love you to your wife?" And the two of them will look at me and start laughing, like as if to say I'm saying something strange. And that you will not believe that so many of our African couples don't say I love you to each other. Husband can't say I love you to the wife can't say I love you to the husband too. Everybody just wake up in the morning, go everywhere they're going to go to, and that's the end of the whole stuff. It's time for us to go back to that point whereby we'll actually say I love you, to someone that you really care about. You see, when you talk about it, when you say I love you, it's possible for you to come to your conscious mind, and then you start acting that love. Love is an action word. All right, it's a doing word. It's what you do. It's not just what you say. But the entrance of a revelation or a vision is when you say it and then you write it down. So if you are able to say it and say, "I love you," when you say "I love you" to your wife, now you are actually training yourself to say good things towards her. You're training yourself to say good things towards your husband, saying good things towards your wife. I love you. Even our children, when you drop them off in school, you should be able to tell them, "I love you." All right? Especially you as a man, to your daughter. Tell your daughter, "I love you." Because your daughter will grow to a level that she will be actually seeking for love. She'll be searching for approval. And the approval is already being given at home. The love has been given at home. She will not go outside searching for that love. So she will not enter into a wrong hand. A female always want to find love from their fathers. They practice loving through their dad. They tell their dad, "I love you." They kiss the dad on the cheek. They hold you. They want to cuddle with you. And then when you respond to it, and then you say, "I love you too." I love you. When you drop them off in school, they are not expecting a boy to tell them, "I love you." Daddy already said, "I love you." They go to bank with that one. They believe in that one because the daddy's love is without deceit. Daddy is not looking to have sex with them. Daddy is not looking to collect their money. So when daddy say "I love you" to their daughters, it will make that girl to be strong. It will make her to have confidence. My dad got me. My dad is in love with me. All right. So they are not going to be searching for love elsewhere. All these baba, that are on the street, they are actually going to be saying "I love you" to the girl. It will not mean anything to them at that point in time. Likewise, the boys too. You tell them "I love you." Mommy, tell your son "I love you." So daddy, tell your wife "I love you." Mommy, tell your husband "I love you." I love you. I love you. I love you. Let the word love be repeated in your home several times. Let the word love be repeated in your home several times. Let the word sorry be one word that can never be forgotten in your marriage. Always say, I'm sorry. And always make sure that you mean it. Mean it when you say, I'm sorry. Don't just say, I'm sorry. Always mean it when you say, I'm sorry. Mean it when you say, I love you. I love you. Always make sure you say, I love you. Repeat it over and over again and again. When you repeat it, you are going to become love, because that's your word. That's your language. That's your language. You see, your language is you. Your word is you. If somebody should ask you right now, is it possible for Pastor Shola to say, go and kiss Transformer? Everybody will say, yes. It's my statement. I love to say it. I say it all the time. I even act it. I act it like I don't care. Like I don't care. So my word is me. I am my word. What I say is who I am. What you say is who you are. So when you use the word I love you all the time, you're going to become a presence of love. Love will be radiate all over you. When you say I love you, I love you, I love you. If you are the kind of person that say, you idiot, you stupid woman, you this, that's exactly who you are. That's who you're going to be in the relationship. Everybody's going to run away from you. But when you are representing love, your wife will not run around, listen to what that other lady said, that when the man is coming from outside, by the time he gets to the door, our heartbeat is going to increase, because I don't know exactly what he's going to do now. You're a bully. All right? Always make sure for that. Don't ever allow any situation to go to sleep on you. All right? Always make sure you settle all things, settle all differences before you go to bed. And like I always say, don't share different rooms. Always make sure that you guys sleep together in the same bedroom. Sleep in the same bedroom together. It's going to promote unity. It's going to quench the fire from the living room. Like I always say, 90% of marriage is in the living room. It's where we talk about bills, where we talk about the children, talk about Western Union. That's why we talk about school, talk about our jobs, talk about bills and all that. And in the process of talking about all this stuff, it's possible for us to have misunderstandings and fight. And as we are fighting, at the point in time, we'll keep quiet, and then we'll take the rest of the whole battle into the bedroom. So when we now enter into the matrimonial bed will be a place where all those things can now be totally settled, and the broken hearts can be healed. And you'll find out when you wake up in the morning, you will feel different. All right? So thank you very much, everybody, for coming on the show with me. The part B of this particular one is coming. I'm going to be exposing other things to you guys by the grace of God. So remain blessed. Stay where you are. Don't go nowhere. Stay home. Don't go outside of your home. Stay there. Coronavirus is real.
In my talent. Hallelujah.
I pray that the Lord God Almighty will cover us in Jesus' name. Have a beautiful night and good night.
Hallelujah. Ogoni fọlọ́run. Hallelujah. Ogoni fọlọ́run. Má forí ìlú yìí jáde mi lókè. Àlàyé ìyàn bó ti yẹ o. Hallelujah. Ìbàrẹ̀ o, ìbàrẹ̀ o, ìbàrẹ̀ o, ọba ńlá. Ọba mi tuntun, tuntun fara ti bí òkè. Ọba mi ti ń jẹ́ fàdé rẹ̀ dá. Alágbára tó máa bú ayé já. Ìpìlẹ̀ ńlá tí kò lè yẹ. Ọba tó fọlá búrabúra bí aṣọ. Ọba mi ẹni ńlá tí ń gbàdọ̀ balẹ̀ àwọn ọba. Àtọ́nitán, àtọ́bàtán. Ògbẹ́ni níjà, kẹrù kó bọ̀ níjà. Àdúró gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lẹ́yìn aṣọ títàn. Ọba mi àfàṣẹ sọ̀rọ̀ jáde. Olórúkọ ńlá. Àwọn márìndì ọba mi tí kò yípo padà. Ọba ńlá. Ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjànàkú àtẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀. Olórogún bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò lọ́ọ̀bà kan. Onínú funfun, aláyà funfun, ọlọ́wọ́ funfun, aláṣọ funfun, onítẹ̀ funfun. Ọba mi tí kò yípo padà. Ògo ni forúkọ. Hallelujah, ògo ni fọ́lọ́run. Máa fẹjọ́ fi ìròyìn dáadé mi lókè. Àlàyé ìyọ̀ bó ti yẹ o. Olórí ayé mo máa yìn ọ́ lógo. Hallelujah, ògo ni fọ́lọ́run. Máa fẹjọ́ fi ìròyìn jáde ọba òye. Àlàyé ìyọ̀ bó ti yẹ o. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ọba tí ewu orí rẹ̀ máa sọ́dọ̀ arúgbó, tí iṣẹ́ alágídí ọkàn máa sọ́dọ̀ ọ̀lẹ o. Jehovah Shabbat, Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun. Jehovah Shammah, ẹ̀yin lọ́lọ́run tí ń bẹ̀. Jehovah Jireh, olùpèsè ṣáàní yín. Ẹ̀yin ló bá ní nílé, báwo nílé wá ohun tí ó máa jẹ. Àròdá òjò tó ń bọ̀ níyàn lẹ́rù, ẹ̀rù jẹ̀jẹ̀ níyìn àrí ìran.